What's up, Overtakers? Here we are out at QR. The Drift Matsuri is on today.
Yeah, Queensland Raceway. Now it's a big weekend, this, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Must be,
250 cars entered.
250 cars, there you go.
4 drift tracks.
Got some action here behind us, you know, check us out.
We got the skid pan going on here.
Skid pan, and what's that? 4 drift tracks?
Yeah.
Ah, how cool is it? So,
2 days of drifting action here at Queensland Raceway.
yeah, now we might be sort of drift virgins.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, we are.
Although you got a drift car.
Yeah.
How's that work?
Never been sideways. By me.
Well, there you go. Well, we might have to get out there and jump in some cars, go and have a look at what all this drifting is about, and hopefully bring you a bit of the action.
Yeah, but before we do that, head down below, hit subscribe, hit like. Make sure you hit the bell to get notified, because only like 20% of the people who watch our videos are subscribed. Did you know that?
Yeah, subscribe. If you like car videos, hit subscribe. It's free.
Yep.
Hey, let's do it. So get yourself a hat. That's not free, but grab yourself a hat on the website, OTL, for a shirt. Let's
Get into it.
Hey Joel, I've come over here to Gravy Garage, mate. We've got a few cars here as well. Mate, how many cars you got out here?
We got 4 or 5 today. So yeah, 2 S13s, an S14, an R34.
Yeah, and so you guys are very regular to Matsuri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we try and be here for every Matsuri.
Do you know
Usually.
how many is it now?
I wouldn't even know.
Lost count completely.
No idea.
Mate, and also I think you got the best hat of the day.
Yeah,
we'll see what the comments say about that, because
I keep getting compliments about the hat, so I might as well leave it on. I just gotta
leave a couple for him in the comments down below. Joel, love it.
Stop people from stealing it. That's the only thing.
Mate, so is this your car now here behind us? So talk us through it, mate. What are we running?
It's an S14 95 model, so Series 1.
Yep.
It's got a RB25 engine swap. It's built 25. TDO6 turbo, RB26 inlet manifold.
25 bottom end, not a 30 bottom or anything?
No, just all straight 25.
Yep.
It's all 4Gs.
I just asked this question, Tyler, the other half of this channel's got the 25 and he's a bit unsure which way to go. You reckon?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it'll hold it?
I love it. I've had this engine in the car for about 6 years now.
Yeah.
And haven't had any dramas with it whatsoever. So
and you're obviously giving it a heap of grief out there on track.
So good oil pump, crank collar, head drain. And it doesn't really breathe oil at all.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's just been super reliable.
Now, looks like you've had your usual drift incident here, mate. What's
damage and stuff everywhere. It's going to get run over. Pretty cars.
But what's happened here this morning?
Brent in the S13 pushed me off track into the dirt. I made him a special sticker and he didn't like it on the back of the car, so he just had to.
You just had to show it to you.
Had to give me a bit of a shunt, yeah. And it's picked up the dirt and ripped the bumper off, but that's all right.
So now it's patch it up, get ready.
Patch it up, get it back out there, put some new tyres on it.
Yeah.
And back out.
Mate, and what got you into drift?
Friends really.
Yep.
I saw friends starting to do it. Yeah, I wanted to have a go as well, so I bought myself an S13. I was about 19 and I don't know, the rest is history. It just took off from there.
We always like to ask the embarrassing stories, like what was your first car?
My first car, very first car was a Mitsubishi Magna.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was it the V6?
V6, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
3.5 litre auto.
Yeah, yep.
That was,
all that front wheel drive though,
Yeah, it only lasted 6 months and then I bloody sold and bought something a bit more fun.
All right, mate. Well, tell us about what's Gravy Garage?
It's basically just a big group of mates. Sort of started on the sunny coast.
Yep.
It's where I'm from originally. We just partied and drove and started stickers and just kept it going from there.
And that's the theme, and you all hang out and have fun and get out to all the events you can.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone comes out, even when they're not driving. Still quite a few of them come out and help out all the guys.
And what about the people that are thinking about getting into the sport and stuff? Is Matsuri also an event for them?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
You got 3 track options. You got the skid pan short track and main track. There's a couple of tracks on there too, and you can always go in the solo line and tell the marshal if you're still new, you can leave a bit of a gap behind you, so you don't have people right on you the whole time. So you got time to do whatever you want. And so much track time, it runs till about 10 till night.
Yeah.
And all day tomorrow as well.
And then QR, is it a bit of a forgiving track,
Yeah, you can go way off track and the car's still really safe, it's just bumpers and shit.
Yeah. So you're not pushed into the walls as such?
No, there's at most of the track there's enough room to run off and jump back on and keep going.
There you go. So get yourself a hat like this.
Yeah.
Get out here and drift. You don't need a hat though.
You definitely need a hat. It's way too hot today.
That's true. Mate, thanks for coming on and having a chat to us, Joel.
No
Mate,
worries.
have a great day.
Thank you too.
Here I am with Luke. We're out here. We're not at Archie, mate, but we've good news is we've saved Archie for now.
Yeah, we have for now. Look, this place is not bad, you know what I mean? Like, it's not Archie,
Yep.
let's face it, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good out
Archie's
here.
got to be your favourite. Come on, should be
Look,
everyone's, right?
Lines kill me, man. Honestly, you drive Archie all the time and it's just non-stop. You come here and you sit in a line for half an hour and you're like,
Waiting.
yeah, oh man, this is like, I had to go get the car with aircon, so.
Mate, now what have you got out here today?
I had me 350, that shit the bed. So it stuffed up a water line, so just got rid of that. Took it straight back down to Archie, swapped it for the 370. Then while we got the 370 back here, sort of getting it ready, had to wash it, you know, don't want to go out messy. And so I was like, I'll take my AU out, and so we got my AU here. Third lap out, lose brakes completely, have to plough the thing off into the grass to not
Oh no.
crash into a bunch of people, nearly rolled it, thing went up on 2 wheels and everything. So that was fun, and I was like, well, fuck me, like what am I doing here? And yeah, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go back out in 370, and it was smooth sailing from there on, mate. Smooth sailing.
We know that cars quite often come off second best when you get a hold of them. You push them to their limits.
No, that's what they're for, thrashers. That's why I've got all my thrashers here. So, and
love
then
it.
we had wifey's car has an issue. So my missus' car that we're leaning on here, was it Clutch Master?
And you've just been working on that, and
well,
the guys are still working on it
Yeah,
as well.
well, she made me sandwich. The deal was, I'll make you sandwiches for lunch if you change the master. So I was like, that's pretty fair.
Done.
So
It was
I
a good
changed-
sandwich.
Yeah, I had 3.
Yeah.
Bloody beautiful.
Yeah, chicken. I thought that was
Garlic infused chicken.
Oh,
And then some sort of fancy pasta salad with chive in it. So
There you go. How
yeah,
good's that?
it was like proper 5-star
Mate.
on a paper plate.
I'm probably getting sidetracked on the food now, but Matsuri,
That's
mate.
serious business.
Oh, no, it is, right?
That's
It
part
is.
of Matsuri, mate.
It is.
You come here,
The other
you
bit's
eat,
beer.
you eat,
When's the
and
beer
then
turn
drift.
off?
Yeah, look, it's a non-alcohol
We'll do
event.
that later. I'll do
You
that
just-
when I get home.
You just got to hide it good. They're not very good at looking, so it's not hard.
But so Matsuri, mate, you're always here, of course. Why wouldn't you be? Have you missed any?
No, I've missed heaps.
Oh, you have?
No, I've only done the last couple.
Ah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Usually busy.
Well, mate, you do have a drift track of your own.
Well, no, I'm normally overseas.
Yeah, true.
We
but
can't
you can't
go
now.
overseas,
You
so
can't.
I'm
There's none of
stuck
that.
here. So I have to come to bloody Matsuri.
Oh.
No, I've always wanted, I always want to come to a mall. They just don't often work out in my favour.
Yeah.
But yeah, now the fact that we can't leave the country, it's like bloody oath.
Well, look, we want to ask a couple of questions that, everyone's probably already accustomed to your channel, mate, but if they're not, definitely get over. There's a link down below. But let's ask a few questions about your passion for cars and where it actually started. What was it that got you into cars right from the start?
Oh, I guess my old man liked the V8 supercar, supercars and all that
Yep.
sort of jazz. Used to take me drag racing. Used to go, because I'm old, bloody nearly 40. So my old man used
That's
to take.
not old.
My old man used to take me out to Calder Park back when the Thunderdome
yeah.
was running back in the day, and
Oh, that's
all that
gone to
sort of
waste
jazz.
now, hasn't it?
Yeah. So I got into BMX heavily, and then didn't end up getting my license. I was 22, but yeah, as soon as I got my
Really?
license, I went pretty hard. Went hard in. Went all the way in, and had BMX mates who were into drifting, and I was like, I like freestyle BMX, and drifting to me was just freestyle cars. So.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
pretty much what it was. It probably wasn't necessarily the cars themselves, it was what I can do with it, just send the crap out of it.
And well, it leads me to my next question, which is, what was your very first car?
VL wagon.
Oh, that's pretty respectable.
VL exec wagon, and that was just when I was on my L's.
Yep.
And then my mate rolled his VL and needed another one bad, and then my neighbour had a Series 2 Calais, and I was like, I want me a bit of Calais.
Nice.
So I got the Calais, and the Calais was beautiful. Absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful car, and I wrecked it.
And they're worth
Absolutely
a
wrecked
fortune
it.
now.
I know, it wrecks me. I had a burgundy over silver Series 2 Calais, boosted it, and it was an absolute ripper.
Right.
Automatic, and that's what I learned to drift in. Choppies, obviously.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Choppies and a weldie. But yeah, we ended up. Basically, I learned to drift in it, and drifting with my mates a lot, and they all had Jap cars and handbrakes. My problem was with the VLs, obviously automatic, no handbrake. I couldn't slow down, and my issue was we're always going too fast, and I couldn't have fun in a train with the boys, so I had to give up the VL life, unfortunately. And now they're a bit out of reach. I'd love to have a VL again, but it's just like, man, like a rusty shitbox is like
They're worth so
15
much.
grand now.
That's crazy, huh?
Kills me, man. I would like my dream car, even to this, not, I wouldn't say dream car, but one of my like more favourite cars of all time would be a Calais Turbo Wagon, which there are very few of.
Not many of those around.
No, so yeah, that would be one of the dream cars for sure.
And that would be sick to see. Well, if we watch your channel, then maybe we'll see one day. But
I'm working on it, mate. It'll happen.
in the meantime,
It's on the
people
list.
should get over there if they're not already on there. Get over there and subscribe to Luke Fink.
Link down below. Check it out.
And go out to Archie. Check out the drift. You can do beginner
Absolutely.
nights and stuff as well.
Yeah, beginner nights. There's literally no better way to get into it. We have free tuition out there as well. So, you know, you pay $80 to get in and away you go.
part of it.
Yeah, and then you rock up at the start line, say you're feeling a bit sketchy or whatever, and one of our guys jump in with you and give you some pointers, and there's no better way really.
So leave some comments below whether Tyler should go out there and do that and film it as well. So tell us what you reckon.
Tyler definitely should. He needs to put his big boy pants on. Get it's 33 he's got, isn't it? Yeah, he definitely needs to get it out. Stop pussyfooting around, champion. It's a performance car. Go and perform in it.
You've been told. Thanks, Luke.
Too easy.
Well, we are back.
We are indeed
Taking
back.
live.
We are indeed back in the studio, as we'd call it, OTL HQ,
Yep, we are.
named affectionately by Shane Kane.
There you go. We are here. Shane Kane's been naming other things as well.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, Shane.
Yes, little daughter.
Mm-hmm.
In the last week.
And Chris Young, happy birthday for tomorrow.
There you go. Happy birthday, mate.
And Ron, Rat Fink, he's here early. It was his birthday on Monday. Happy birthday.
Actually, Shane just mentioned in the comments, little girl Amelia. There you go.
There you go.
I just see it there.
Yeah. And Ron, Rat Fink, says it was my B-Day Monday, so happy birthday for Monday.
Ah, yeah. Happy birthday, Rat Fink. We've got the Rat Fink memorial door in the background there. Look, over my shoulder. There we go. And I'm wearing the Turkey Run shirt.
Mm-hmm. You certainly are.
You see it down there.
Hang on, if I go to this angle, I'll see it a bit better.
Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
Daytona Turkey Run shirt.
All the people on the
in the
podcast will have missed last week's episode, and they'll now be wondering what shirt you're talking about.
Yes, well, they will. So sorry for you guys. But
G'day,
we did
dingus.
miss a podcast, but only because we were recording live
From a GoPro.
from a GoPro. So we still went to YouTube, but we weren't able to record the podcast. But we made it happen for the live show.
We did.
So, Somewhat. It was an effort. And
Wasn't the greatest internet connection, but it sort of worked.
what did we have? What was the internet connection?
I don't know,
Upload speed.
Like 2. Not even that sometimes.
Yeah.
We went constantly between 4G and H.
Yeah, we did our best to make it happen.
Rat Fink says, cool shirt.
Definitely. Thanks, mate.
G'day, Rob, JRM Auto Garage and CB Dynamics. I was down there seeing Rob today.
There you go. You've been hanging out there today.
Yep, for a bit of a checkup.
Yep.
Make sure
And how
everything's
are
all
you?
good. I'm good.
Yeah, he said you were all right.
Yeah. Yep.
Got your checkup.
Went to the doctor there.
Good stuff. Well, what do you need to check up for, mate?
Well, we got a track day tomorrow.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Tell me more.
We got Fridays.
Fridays.
We do.
Yeah. What's this Fridays all
High
about?
Octane Motorsports and Photography put on an awesome event on a Friday.
Yep.
Fridays, where you can get out. You can do your cruise session. You can do a thrash session where you can do whatever you like as long as you're not standing still doing donuts on the track.
Yep.
They got burnouts. They got drifting. They got roll racing. They got power skids. No, you You name it, it's there.
Yep. Fair bit happening.
Mhm.
Sounds like a good way to spend a Friday.
Rob says clean bill of health.
There you go. Open up and say, so yeah, we'll be at Fridays.
We will be.
So
You'll be working.
I will. I'll be there working. So part of the high octane crew tomorrow. So Tyler and Brad be the ATL crew.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how it's working?
And Taylor.
And Taylor, yeah. Give you a hand as well.
Yep.
You got it all sorted.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And Paige. Hello, Paige. Paige is in the chat. Paige has been hard at work the last day, crafting some masks.
Ah. So we've upgraded the ATL mask as well. So this was the original version.
There you go.
But we decided if you've got a big head like me and big beard,
you need a bit of a bigger mask.
you need a slightly larger mask, right? So Paige has come up with a new design.
Yep.
Which looks like that one.
Mm-hmm.
How's that one look? Oh, look at that. Much larger.
Mm-hmm. Fits perfect.
Yep.
It's the go.
And a pretty cool little design on there as well she's come up with.
Yeah, the pistons and overtaking lane.
Yeah, sweet.
Maybe some
Heckles up.
turbo ones coming soon.
So
You
if you
need
had
like
a
blower
Fridays
one or something as well.
Oh yeah, that'd be
You
cool.
can have all sorts of ones. So if you're just blown or turbo or maybe like a compound one and
Maybe you need like
a
a
nitrous.
NOS bottle and like say suck in the gas or something. So if you are out at Fridays and you need a mask, we'll have a few out there on us, eh?
Mhm.
Is that how it's going to work? Yeah, hit us up. What else have we got, mate?
G'day, Johnny.
Say the
Skid
hi.
Pig.
We're going to say hi to everyone in chat.
Yep.
That's what we're
Skid Pig says give you guys a ride in the Skid Pig. Dave will be working, so
Yeah. So
I'll be able to go for a ride in the Skid Pig. So Chris Young, James Bayless, Marv in the chat early,
Hey, guys.
chatting away. Nan's in the chat. Carnage. Just keep scrolling down.
Keep
Brad, g'day Brad.
hey, mate, how are ya?
Bad Q Garage. Beck.
Ed Q. Beck. Yeah.
Crazy VN.
Hey guys. Hey.
Crazy VN is on the quiz tonight up against Scotty S. Of course, we had to postpone that from last week.
Yep.
And keep scrolling down. Trevor Smith.
Trev.
G'day. Adam Geary, Shane Kane.
Okay,
Plenty
guys.
of chatter going on.
Yep. What's happening?
JRM,
Catch
Rob,
up.
of course. Skid Pig. Rat Fink. Adam Geary. Did I miss Adam Geary? Dingus Malingus.
G'day. You did say Adam Geary. Yeah, sorry. I was reading.
Stephen
comments.
Lever, how you going?
Hey, Steve.
The Hoff. How you going, Hoff? Hoff says, hey guys, how was the event up there? It was really good. It was awesome.
We might have a chat about that
Mm-hmm.
very, very shortly. First story.
Mick Apps. G'day, Mick. How you going?
Mick Apps from Addictive Events.
Mm-hmm.
Who has the guts to get out to Roma?
I'll be
Right?
there.
You'll be there.
Yeah.
It's a trek, but you know, it looks pretty impressive
I
little
mean, I
track
think
out
it's
there.
like slightly shorter than going to Rockhampton. So
Yeah, it is. It's a smaller trip than Rocky. We will be heading out there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd like to see a few overtakers out there. If you've got something that you're keen enough and game enough to have a run on the track in, then get out to Roma. And it can be anything. You can take anything. Doesn't have to be anything special.
Yep.
You could win
Dad's
$3,000.
Dad's
on
Garage.
Saturday
How you
night.
going?
G'day, mate. G'day.
You could win $3,000. That's the big draw.
Get over onto
On the
Addictive Events page.
DYO. All you got to be is consistent.
Yep.
Jim Clark. G'day, Jim.
G'day, Jim.
Offset, I had a fight with a mask Nazi this afternoon at the bottle shop. He said he was a virologist who works at a bottle shop.
Apparently works at the bottle shop. There you go.
Was he fighting you over your small batch? G'day, Scotty S.
There you go. And if you want a special logo, we might even be able to accommodate that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want something else printed up, but it's custom order though. You have to wait for that. But and the good thing about the masks is we can post these out pretty cheaply. So they'll be a heck of a lot cheaper to send out. So yeah, what else have we got to talk about, mate? Rocky Nats.
Yes. Is there a slide?
Yeah. Well, there's a starting slide. I didn't get the
OTL slide.
Actually, I think we didn't get. I think we got something else before the news. But don't forget to mention we are live show.
Live show number 91, podcast episode 36. G'day, Reaper Lux. How you going?
G'day,
Bit late
mate.
tonight? You're not that late. That's all right. We're only just getting started. Let's go back. Schumacher, of course.
All those good Schumacher products. Lights, like
That one?
lights there.
Oh, you mean the one that I kept turning on in the dark facing towards myself?
Yes. And the binder.
I think I turned it on about 3 times facing at myself.
The binder had the HJ looking pretty min up there at Rocky Nats.
It certainly did.
And yeah, now it's doing the rounds on the truck. So I just finished doing all the interior, detailing the interior of the truck today, and cleaning out the back. Got the HJ unloaded this afternoon.
Yep.
Cleaned all the back, and then we've got Fridays tomorrow, so then I'll start on the outside of the truck on Saturday. So, and it's going to be a fairly big job because it was bucketing down rain on the drive home. We'll talk about that shortly. In the meantime,
Marv says one guy got impounded for doing laps and skids around the showground the day before the event.
well, that was probably pretty silly.
Dad's Garage says, I will shout Hoff a OTL mask. And Hoff says, I will wear it like a mankini.
You got to wear something other than just the mask. You post that in the promote yourself channel on Discord. Anyways, do you know what
G'day, Mark.
G'day, Mark. Do you know what it's on before that we jump into some news stories? Well, there's merch, but that's...
Hang on.
That's
I don't remember which
merch
button I got to
slide.
press.
Don't forget the merch on the website.
Yes. I do know what's coming up, but I forgot what button I had to press.
Oh. What are you watching?
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 Tell us. What are you watching?
Well,
What are you watching?
I haven't been watching too much because, well, we've
been away. And I can say I've been watching a couple of channels. Adam LZ.
This is something that I have been watching, and it was only I think yesterday I caught up on a few episodes of this, and well, I must say I am impressed.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Yep.
The
So
little compound he's purchased. So much storage.
look, I
Few
was
houses.
definitely
That'd be-
impressed by Cletus purchasing a racetrack. That was just wow, and and that's I guess the way I'd love to go is have my own racetrack. But then Adam LZ has purchased, well, it's like a town, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
It's like its own little town there.
there's at least 3
Like
houses.
a little village.
Well, yeah, there's at least 3 houses on it. There is multiple sheds.
Yes.
One of those sheds is full of 4-post lifts and has enough storage for 200 cars.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Man, crazy.
You thought your shed was big.
Oh,
Actually, I should say we thought Evan Shank's shed was big.
yeah, yes. Yeah, I thought that was impressive. But then that's just one of the sheds, right? The one that holds 200 cars
Yeah,
is
it's
just
just
one
one.
shed on that property.
Yeah.
And then there's multiple sheds. He's got spray booths and bloody sandblasting rooms. Have you watched them all?
I haven't yet.
Still
Still catching up on the sandblasting episode.
okay. Unusual that
watching-
I've watched more Adam LZ than
Yeah.
you.
It's probably unusual that I've watched more Cletus than you.
Yes, true.
Fire me up, dude.
Yeah, mate, I'm just blown away by the whole Adam LD thing. That place is insane, and he did a really cool video. I think he had like Crispy Media or something there.
Yeah, Crispy Media, and there was one other that I can't remember the name of.
That first video they did where he drifted around the whole compound.
Yeah,
that was a cool video.
it was.
Yeah,
It had very much like Hoonigan vibes to it with the like the Gymkhana videos.
yeah. It was just an impressive production.
Mm-hmm.
They just did really, really cool stuff. So, great edit. And, put some time into that, eh?
Yes.
I wonder how long ago they actually shot that,
Mm.
to how long it took them to put that out.
Yeah.
So,
Gary Dundas says, we used all the binder products for the Rocky Show and Shine. The stuff is amazing. Good to hear.
good on you, mate.
Did see you out and about cruising.
Yeah, saw you cruise down through the Show and Shine,
Yep,
Quay Street or
Yeah.
Key Street, whatever it was. Down through there while we were filming, but we didn't get to catch up. But next year we're going to turn it on in that caravan park. So, but we'll get to that. We'll finish Adam LZ.
Yeah. Well, the Hoff commented on Adam LZ. He said, "How is Adam LZ? Stuff me, makes me sick. What a waste with the drift tart."
Yeah, it's just crazy. It is just crazy.
Mm.
So, but that's what I've been watching, and that's what you're catching up on watching. You've watched some of it.
Yeah.
You did show me the actual tour of like the real estate
Yeah.
ad
Yeah.
before he got it,
After he
or
got it.
after he got it, but
Yeah.
before he released the videos.
Yes.
So you found that on like Reddit or something.
No, it's in our little group chat. Someone posted it.
Ah, there you go. That's where
Yeah.
you found it.
Yep.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
No, other than that, I've been
Dad's Garage is getting bored with Adam LZ till this week. Yeah, I'm the same. Like I said, Tyler watches a lot more Adam LZ than me. But I've liked the compound videos. But then my favourite Cletus videos have been some of the Freedom Factory stuff as well.
Yeah. G'day, Jason Gone Racing.
G'day, mate. G'day, Jace.
Yeah, recently I watched like 3 Cletus videos this morning. I've been Chromecasting Cletus when I lay down in bed and the TV.
Yep.
It's been my watching at the moment.
It's been your
On
go
a
to
bit
sleep.
of a
TV.
Cletus fix.
Yeah, right. Is Paige watching Cletus with you?
I think so.
Sally watches Cletus. Yeah, she watched the Adam LZ compound stuff. She was watching that. She likes Vice Grip Garage as well.
Yeah. Vice Grip's very good.
Yeah, so I've watched a bit of that too. But all right.
Beck says, don't forget to press the thumbs up, people. That is correct. Press that thumbs up. Give us a like.
Go and hit the like for us.
Chris Young says, random question off the top of your head, how much is the beard oil?
$24.95.
I think so, something like that.
Yeah, I believe. We got 20 likes, 38 watching.
Hoff says, how much was it worth? Is that the compound? I think it was $2 million.
Yeah, it was actually a lot less than you think. The comments playing up.
Oh, the limo race was awesome. The limo race was awesome. Dad's Garage. On the Cletus.
What's going on with the comments tonight, mate? They're
What do you
up
mean?
the top of the page.
Yeah, it's where they've been now.
Oh, okay.
Because they were covering you last time.
Yeah, they're still covering me.
I'll make it slightly smaller. There we go.
Yeah, so he paid just over $2 million for that compound.
No, it was $2 million.
Was $2 million.
I believe so.
So about, what's that, 3 million Australian.
Let's find out.
It's probably impressive considering, like I know you get some pretty amazing houses.
2.6 million Australian dollars.
Okay, 2.6 million Australian would get you an impressive place too. But would it get you a small postcode?
Probably not.
I think for a little bit more, I'm trying to remember the thing. I think it was 5 or 6 million at the moment for Pumpkin Island. So you can buy an island in Australia at the moment. Pumpkin Island's up for sale. There's a few islands for sale in Australia. But Pumpkin Island, which you may have heard of as Forex Island. You remember Forex Island on the ads?
Not really.
You know, the Forex ads where they're in the hammocks and all that sort of stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Pumpkin Island.
Oh, there you go.
And that's for sale.
It says price on application.
It's not as more than any of us will ever afford, but it's not as expensive as we think. Maybe if we all chip in, we can see how we go. Ireland's a bit hard though because it's a bit hard to get your car back and forwards, right?
Scotty S says there are so many cheap properties in the States. Cletus paid under $2 million for that track. Brent at PFI paid under $500K for the workshop and property with a house.
There you go.
And yes, Hoff, it is a pretty decent purchase, but the upkeep will be massive.
Yeah.
Air conditioning, electricity.
There's a lot
upkeep on multiple houses, heaps of gardening.
Landscaping looks a massive job, that's for sure. So there's a lot of noise in the background here tonight. You hear all that shouting and stuff? That's the Papua New Guinean pig hunters.
Oh.
That's their new home ground.
Oh, down there at the footy.
Down the road.
The footy grounds.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So I think they're staying over the road in the complex there. So the PNG pig hunters.
Oh, there you go.
So don't think they can go home or they can't play. Anyway, off topic.
Jason Gorn Racing, how you going?
Hey. We did say good day before.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh. Jamie Wheelnuts said, sorry, late to join tonight. Have we covered Dave not wearing a black shirt tonight yet?
That's unusual, isn't it? What's
I
going
was
on?
a bit confused when I walked out before and was like, I knew what shirt it was, that I was like, what?
It has been a while since I haven't worn a black shirt, and that was probably the last time I wore the Turkey Run shirt. Hey?
That's probably true.
Got a black hat on. Does that count? Yeah. But anyway, we'll what are we doing? We've got to. That's the end of that segment. Do we want to play the music for the outro as well? You know, because we've got no outro music to it. What are you watching?
What are you watching?
That was the end of that.
watching? What are you watching?
Only one tonight. Oh, you cut it short there.
I didn't mean to. We need to do one that's like, what were you watching? That's the outro is, what were you watching?
So just the one tonight on what are you watching? But we'll jump into some news. So a few people talking about it, talking about the Rocky Nats. And, that's where we were last week, and we were coming at you live from Gracemere Caravan Park. And Rocky Nats was great. Yep.
Yes, it was awesome.
It was great. It was a good event, and that was the first one, and I think it's just going to get bigger and better, right?
Yes, definitely.
They'll improve on things.
I think as long as they learn from the lessons that can be learnt from there and about ways to run it and maybe be a bit more efficient and...
Yeah, I think it will improve. It's a very big spaced out area. There's a lot of walking in between.
Yes. I think that bus needs to run a little more than every half an hour.
The bus that doesn't show up.
Yeah.
I
think we waited 40 something minutes, Brad and I, and then we walked.
That was when it was running on 15 minutes. I'm not sure.
We waited 40 minutes and then walked down the hill, and as we got to the bottom of the hill, we had But the line was so massive that I don't think we would have got on anyways.
No one was going to fit in. Well, not everyone anyway.
It was an awesome van park, Dad's.
Yeah, no, and we'll get to that part. But Rocky Nats, I think they do need to just improve on a few little things. Grandstand was a big bummer for gold and platinum pass holders that they had allocated times.
Yes. Yeah, they had allocated times to get in there, and like the platinum ones, obviously the rain, you can't do anything about the weather, right?
No. And we had friends that have paid.
But it rained and
$1,000.
Well, High Octane tried to get in because they had platinum passes, and because it rained, they didn't get their seating for the Burnout Masters.
No, that's right, for the second round. So then that went to the way it fitted was.
Yeah, the gold got the first round, I think, and they didn't get to sit in the grandstand for the second one.
Yeah,
it got pulled out.
So there's a few things they need to maybe have some more.
Adam Geary's going to try for next year. Brennan South's going to try also for the wagon.
Yeah, no, they.
Trevor Smith says double sold the grandstand.
That's what they did. Yeah, they need to have some more grandstand seating, and then or have one stand for platinum, one stand for gold. something like that, right?
Yes, I think so.
Maybe gold for the first 5 rows and then platinum above that, or
Yeah.
I think they've just got to work that out, right? And that would improve that, but they'll come up with that.
How you going, Cryptics?
So what would you? Just looking back on a couple of the other comments there as well.
Mark Biffin says Rocky Nats boys in blue made it very hard to enjoy the event. Many cars got defected.
Yeah, and
We heard stories both good and bad.
we did, and I don't know how many really did get defected. So nobody came forward to want to have a chat to us about it anyway, at all. So.
And the few people who we knew who had actually been pulled up by the cops had been pulled up because they did something wrong
and let off.
But then they got a warning,
even though they were in the wrong. So,
Yeah.
So personally, I don't think we knew anyone that actually got defected.
No, I don't think personally we knew anyone. No,
but we heard
stories
friends,
and saw posts, and
this person's friend got defected, and someone, and but what the problem with that was, I think that it did create a lot of fear amongst everyone, us included, and we were worried about taking the car out. Right? So all of a sudden it was like, oh, do we want to even go out in the car today? We're just going down to film some stuff. Like, we're just going to go park it?
Yeah, one of the
days, we want to risk it.
Luke from Advance up the coast, he dropped us in.
Yep.
One day, and then we Ubered back. And then Pat and Beck from Gracemere Caravan Park were so gracious to lend us their Land Cruiser to drive in.
Now, I think Mal mentioned it before, what a great van park. Now, as good as Rocky Nats was, the highlight of the weekend for me was that van park.
Yes.
Gracemere Caravan Park.
Oh, it was awesome.
Like, I was happy just to get back a bit earlier from Rocky Nuts to go back and chill in the van park, right? And have a beer with Pat and Bevan and Katie and Beck and I've forgotten all the names now. But there were so many people there that were just chilling each afternoon, having a beer in the camp kitchen. That was an amazing setup, the best camp kitchen I've ever seen in any van park.
It was.
And we've stayed in a few over the years for
we have
holidays. It was our Christmas holidays thing, take the van away, wasn't it, back in when you were growing up? And we stayed in great van parks and all that. But that, I think that was just exceptional. Gracemere Caravan Park. And when we got there, we got to the van park, and Pat said, he loved the car, didn't he? And it was a good set. We pulled in, we chatted to Beck. She got us all in. It was just like, go get set up, straight up. Like, we rolled into that park, we pulled in the truck, and they said, come back to pay later, do the paperwork, whatever. Just go get set up. Go sort yourself out. We can do it whenever. So that was cool. Pat comes round on the golf buggy, says, no, jump in. I'll take you down and show you the site.
Yeah.
You're all sitting in the truck still. We go for a quick cruise. This is your site. Back in here. Pull up there, back in there, too easy.
Yeah.
Power's there, water's there, toilets are there, shows me around. I'm like, yeah, cool. And then we get the truck in, and I said, we've got the car and whatever. He said, not a problem. No, you won't have any worries here, And he pops over, has a look at the car, and said, loved it. His son's name was Max, I think. He was unable to be there. He was away for work, but he's a car nut as well. And he was grabbing some pictures and stuff to send off to him. And he loved the car. And he said, mate, do you want to come down and do some skids? Well, I've got a bit of cement there. Yeah. He said, how about we do some skids tomorrow afternoon and I'll get some pictures. And I said, I don't really skid the HJ.
Yeah.
And we might need to upgrade that 4L60 because it was the start of the weekend and I didn't want to blow up the HJ before we even got to Rocky Nuts.
Yeah.
So
you still definitely at least wanted to do the cruise.
Yeah.
G'day, Mark Oliver, Jason Bales, how you going?
Hey guys. So I said, but I'll throw the call out, and I reckon we might be able to get a couple of cars here. And then we had a beer that afternoon, and he's like, oh, I'll bring the smoker down. How about I bring the smoker down and I'll throw on some roast. I'll cook everyone some food, and then
he cooked up a pretty good feed.
And he did, yeah, he did, and
And you bought 6 cartons of beer.
And Marlon, he set up the music.
Yep.
Marlon come down and set up the music, put the PA out, but he had the music going.
Yep.
DJ'd all afternoon. This was for the next day, for the what was that, Thursday afternoon?
Yep.
Yeah. Pat put the smoker down there that morning, brought his FC Holden Ute down, parked that up there, looking cool. And then brought the smoker down, put some meat on, then loaded the esky up in the camp kitchen with 6 cartons of beer.
Yeah.
As well for everyone.
Disappointed when they didn't drink them all.
Yeah, he said we were a bit weak. He said we only had 3 cartons, and he bought 6 and thought we were a bit slow, a bit weak. But yeah, and then we did have a few people turned up, and there was some great cars turned up and pulled up and showed off.
Yes, there was.
We had a nice little lineup of cars, and it wasn't massive. It was probably maybe 15, maybe 20 at one point. So it wasn't a massive lot of cars there, but we only sort of made the event 12 hours out, or
Yeah, it's probably 18 hours at most.
that we actually threw an event out.
Well, the actual event we made, like not long before it happened.
Yeah.
It was like that morning.
Yep.
And then I think we had like 2 people interested or something in the end.
Yeah. But a few people came out, and then there was a few people got the skids on. They sectioned off a little area of concrete. And not a big burnout pad to do donuts or anything, just a bit of a smoke
Static
it up.
skid.
Yeah, nothing too big. But a few people got down there and did it. There was a few young fellas down there, a few local young boys come down. Richo from Richo's Customs turned up on his daily AU.
Yep.
Did a pretty good skid. And yeah, there was a few of the boys brought their car over, and then
Did they dang?
it was really good. And then we had beers, we had a feed, thanks to Pat and Beck. And it was just a great little event actually.
It was.
And that was the sort of the pre-meet for Rocky Nuts for us. Next year, when we go,
Yep.
it's all set. It's already ready to go. So we've got
Same time.
So it'll be the same time, the Thursday afternoon before Rocky Nuts.
Yeah.
From 4, maybe we might have
The time might change.
the time might change. We might make it earlier so
Yeah.
people can get in. But we'll have a big grassed area set up for cars, and we might throw the shout out to a couple of businesses before we head up and see if we can get a couple of prizes as well.
Yep.
Give away a couple of prizes for the best cars of the day, and it was just good. And the price for a site there, you can get a powered site at Gracemere Caravan Park for like $35.
Yeah.
And then that's for like a couple, and then $10 for every adult or every extra person after that.
Yeah.
I think it's every person, so I think that's for, depend if you've got a big family, you'll pay a little bit more, but well worth it.
Yes.
Considering a lot of the other parks
with
were
some people too, right? You can split up the cost a bit.
big sites
Becomes
too.
heaps cheaper.
You're quite spread out. We had the truck, the awning out off the side with the concrete area. Then we had room to put the gazebo
with the car underneath.
with the car under it, and then there was still room for parking and stuff in front of that. Like there's heaps of room.
Definitely, Johnny. Definitely book it in.
Yeah, book it in. Book it in, mate. It's 100% worth it. It's 15 minutes from the showground.
Yeah. He said, did they have to be registered cars for the cruise or registered to Rocky Nuts? Just registered to Rocky Nuts, I believe.
Yep.
So you had to be an entrant and then on the cruise, but I think if you weren't registered, you had to trailer it there.
Yeah, once you're inside the
precinct, you're okay.
The Rocky Nuts precinct, you can drive around in there. And we know have some people that's where they stayed was inside the precinct because they have cars that aren't, and they don't want to have to trailer them in and out of it each day.
Yeah.
But then there was people in the park that were trailering in and out each day as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Gary says, I think the cars that got defected were actually defective. We cruised a lot late at night and never got defected for anything. Was pretty cool.
There you go. And I think it might have got blown a little bit out of proportion for the stuff because I'm not hearing a lot of confirmed stuff. So I'm sure there was some, but And there was some saying they certainly weren't doing anything wrong, and I heard stories about people coming out from the restaurant and someone was writing them a ticket, and I don't know if they did anything earlier.
Yeah.
I
We
did
certainly
message
did
one
hear
person, and
one-
he said that he was on his phone during the cruise and did a bit of a skid.
Yeah.
Like he was straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did that, and then he thought he got away lightly. So,
Paul Hart, that's the man to mention. The
hey,
grand
mate.
champion.
Mate, how are you? I was looking at his picture in the story actually on the screen.
That is the man to mention. Paul Hart. He's the grand champion. He said, I went to exit the cruise halfway and police stopped me for a rego check.
Ah, there you go. There was people saying they got pulled over on the way to the cruise and stuff like that. And look, it had us. It put the fear of blue into us. And not that there's anything majorly out of the ordinary on the HJ, but it does have catch cans.
Yeah.
And a roll cage that's not mod plated. So I didn't want to have to stuff around with that sort of stuff. And and the pipes might be slightly short. Yeah. So I didn't have to want to muck around with any of that and try and fix it up. But yeah, hard to say. So Trev says, did Ryan get defected? Which Ryan?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So not Ryan from High Octane. He just shared a post, same as what I did. But yeah, there was people. Mark Oliver, mate. Yeah, I think it would be a good trip to travel. There was people come from. One guy come from Humpty Doo, and another guy come from Tasmania. Who come from Tasmania? It was the burnout car, the Red Commodore. Frothin, was it?
Not sure. I can't remember.
It was loading up as we were leaving.
Yeah, that's Frothin.
Yeah, that was from Tasmania. So yeah, that was definitely worth going. But yeah, Gracemere Caribbean Park, and it is going to book out. So don't leave it late if you're thinking of going. It is Easter weekend next year. I would get on and book your accommodation and just be ready and watching for the post because it very well could sell out. So, what else have you got from the actual media release?
Hang on, sorry, just get these. Mark Oliver says that might be a good trip to bring the VH up from Geelong to that event.
That's
Definitely.
Yes. Yep.
And Gary Dundas says there definitely was people defective for things that weren't defective. I know that for sure, and they booked us for a few stupid little things.
I know Andy Fenson and Trana got pulled over, but he was a bit lost and went through a stop sign. But then he got let off.
Yeah, they just gave him a warning.
Handful. Mark Schwartz said he was he got directions or something, I think, as well. No worries at all. No grief there. So, but just got to be cautious, and I guess we'll see how we go. I don't think I'll be quite as worried next year. I think they also were pretty strict at night.
Yeah, I think during the day you're all right, but then they were very strict at night. Yeah,
they're still around.
Extent. Yeah,
if you do
obviously
one thing
to an
wrong,
extent, if you're doing something wrong during the day, they're gonna pull you up for it. But if you're just cruising around, they probably don't have an issue with you.
It was just so many coppers as well. So if you are doing something wrong, they're pretty likely to get you because there's just that many of them, right?
Jamie Wilnut says it's Rocky. Just rename the passes: Mission Brown, Beige, and Tan. You just have to manage the expectation.
Yeah.
Skid Pigs going to Fridays tomorrow. Sounds good.
Excellent, mate. We'll see you there.
I'm doing Fridays. Reaper. Skid Pigs doing Fridays as well. Are you heading out? Trev says, I got a fine, just a small one, speeding, but I would deserve that. Cop was super lenient.
Okay. Yep. There you go.
Mark Biffin says, cowl, scoops, fuel cell, and catch cans were the targets. Yeah.
Which I was worried.
G'day, Zig. We are very well.
Mate,
how are you?
Bloody awesome. So, yeah, I say get on it. Get on there. Get on the Rocky Nats, ready for next year.
Marv drove around all 4 days, had no issues whatsoever, day and night.
Well, you shouldn't get defected in Gloucester, hey? What else? Yeah, Gracemere Caravan Park. I'm going to mention it again, and I'm going to keep mentioning it. You will see footage of Gracemere Caravan Park.
Pop up. I think that's our next video.
On our next video.
Is it? No, I think it's our trip up there is our next video.
Which I thought Gracemere Caravan Park was going to be
a little bit of it, yeah. The event day is the next video, I think. I think it's like its own little thing.
Really?
I feel like. I'll work it out. I haven't edited yet.
Nah, it's not that much, we
I'll work it out. Just trust me. Just trust him. Put some trust in me.
Tell him put it out next week. You want to see it?
Mick Apps is coming for a look at Fridays. Good stuff. We'll see you out there.
Excellent, Mick. Excellent. I think we definitely. I just can't recommend it enough.
Yeah.
Yep. Tell them that we sent you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to come along, tell them we're part of Overtaking Lane's friends.
Yeah.
We want to come up and we heard all about it on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they'd love that, and it'd be good that they hear that we are giving them a great rap because of everything they did for us.
Mm.
Like I said, they put on beers for us, or for everybody.
Yeah. Food.
Not just us. Food
Hosting
for
an
everyone.
event.
They did the event.
And then lent us the car.
Then they lent us their car.
Mm.
Like, amazing. And the amenities are great. The camp kitchen is amazing. They've got everything in there. There's a big telly in there. There's plenty of seating. There's a massive barbecue, a fridge, a microwave, hot plates, a couple of sinks. It was like everything's in there that you might need.
Yeah.
So it saves you having to take a lot of stuff as well, which appealed to us because, it was less. We didn't have to take cooking stuff and all the rest of it. There's fry pans, all that's all there. We just took plates and cups and food and cutlery. So that made it a lot easier. And then the showers were great. Nice hot showers, clean. Yeah, it was all good, wasn't it? Like,
it was.
Looks like all the tiles in the showers were all fairly new.
Mm-hmm.
It was
all
nice. And we never waited once, did we?
No.
I didn't anyway. Did you?
No, I didn't. No.
Did you have to wait?
No.
Never waited for a loo, and I never waited for a shower. We're just straight in.
There's a dog wash.
There is a dog wash. You can take dogs there on leash.
Mm-hmm. Stephen Lever says next year, if it's ready, I'll bring the HK up. If not, I'll bring the VS.
Mate, just do it. Yeah, just recommend it. So, all
right.
It was a cool place to stay. Very keen.
All right, let's get on to the next story because this one's going to take half an hour.
Anything else to read out of the Rocky Nuts actual story?
I don't think so.
No?
I think we were just splitting a bit of our own thing there.
Okay. All right. There's a big, massive media release there, but we'll pass that on. You can find that on the Rocky Nuts side anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Next story. This is the one you want to talk about.
Yes. Hoons. It's making it hard for people.
Pretty sure they said they're car enthusiasts. Eh?
I don't know.
Well,
Don't know. I feel like these might be the people who come out to car meets and hate on people's cars.
Yeah, well, I don't really see any great looking cars at these things whenever you see the footage. All right?
No.
They're usually a pack of, shitters.
Yeah.
So, not that I want to hate on someone else's car, but they're usually nothing flash. Maybe they could put a few bucks into their car and stop thrashing the guts out of them. And anyway, let's talk about it. This is a story that's been it's been everywhere, hasn't it?
Yes, I'm sure it's probably been all
Nuts.
around Australia.
While we're in Rocky Nuts, the Gold Coast had another one. It's not the first.
No, they've been happening. Obviously, these things happen all the time, but only recently they've been very, very publicised media-wise.
I'm quite open about it. I think it's not that hard to find these events now. I think there used to be always some skids somewhere in an industrial area that was probably a little bit harder to find.
Yeah.
Unless you were somewhat in the inner circle. But now that it's a very open group and they're, been smashing, not smashing into not the words, but they've been going out to a heap of bunning sites.
Yeah. And Bunnings at Pimpama is where this one was.
That's a nice new Bunnings in there.
It is brand new Bunnings, just opened recently, and that's not in an industrial estate at all. That's very residential around that Bunnings.
Yep.
So, kind of silly, really. And 600 cars, 1,000 people at around 10 o'clock. So the police went to break it up, of course, including Polair, and then they had fireworks shot at them.
Yeah, they're shooting fireworks at the helicopters. They smashed a police car.
Yeah.
They
3 police vehicles.
assaulted a Channel 9 cameraman. All in the aim to ask for
A free skid pad.
Now, their complaint is that there's not enough.
There's not a 24/7 skid pad that they can control. It doesn't cost them anything.
Well, of course there's not. Because they haven't made one. Right? Because I would imagine that if you want something that you control, and that is free, and then you get out there, get off your ass and go and work for it and make it, right? Look, you can't say, oh, well, you know, I love go-kart racing, but there's no free go-kart tracks on the government to put one in that I can go to whenever I want and I can run it.
Yeah.
Because that's not going to happen.
No.
You know, we can talk about this for a lot of different things.
The government's already handed a lot of money out recently in there.
Now, I think there's been a lot of bloody idiots that now have some sort of self-entitlement because they've grown up in an era where, you know, we've done things to try and, you know, help these kids out and give them free skate parks and all the rest of it. And I think that's great that it has done that. But the skate parks have popped up in every area, right? And I think that now that they've moved off their skateboards or their BMXs into an VS Commie or an AU, that they should have somewhere to thrash that too. Now, it just doesn't work like that.
No.
You're now an adult.
There is places where you can do it, right?
Yeah, but not free
Not
and
for
on
free.
your terms.
No.
Because there's safety issues,
Yes.
right?
Well,
Yeah.
you go to Archerfield if you want to do some drifting.
Yep.
Mad As puts on burnouts.
Yep.
Fridays, Power Cruise.
Yep.
All sorts of events you could head to. Rocking Nats just
Skid
happened.
Control
That's one.
have got numerous events on every week. Numerous events. Skid Control do heaps. They've got the skid pans. They've got multiple skid pans usually. They sometimes have multiple events in one weekend. So there's heaps of that.
There we go. Dang says, working on their logic, we should all start drag racing down main streets and ask for a 24/7 fully prepped drag strip.
Yes. Yeah, why don't I have one? Oh, that's right, because...
Things cost money.
Yeah.
Glue costs money. People who run it cost money.
There's safety,
tractor
there's
costs money.
public liability
Yeah.
insurance, there's all these different things, right? Now...
It's all well and good until you add in all those sorts of things, or it's all well and good to have no public liability until someone gets hurt.
Yeah.
Then you got a problem. Who's going to pay it?
There's no government, no council or anything ever going to let
Something like
this go ahead without liability insurance.
Well, the council wouldn't let us go and film without $20 million liability insurance. And
Correct. That was just for us to go and film at that event. And we go to events all the time filming, but to go to film at Rocky Nats, we needed $20 million worth of public liability insurance.
yeah.
Now we're covered all the time for all the events we do. But where's our entitlement? Shouldn't we just say, well, I like filming, where's my free,
Yeah.
you know, where's my free cover and why isn't the government paying it for me? Oh, that's right, because we've got to work for it, we've got to do it, and we've got to pay for it.
Yeah.
You know? Mick Apps, Addictive Events, putting on events all the time. He knows the costs.
Yeah.
Costs are crazy, right? There is a lot of stuff that goes into it. Now, Mick is travelling around, going and finding different tracks and stuff for road trips, and he's travelling to, you know, to Roma, to Benarabi, to all these different places with airstrips and things like that. So, and then, you know, he's doing all the stuff that he's got to do to source the insurances that they need to cover these events to be able to run them, right? So So he knows very well that, this is not something that you can just have a free one.
Yeah.
It's just never going to happen.
No.
So, I don't know.
Johnny says Mad As burnouts happens once a month at QR. Exactly.
And what is it, $50
I think so.
for Mad As? It's like $50.
It's not really that much in the grand scheme of things.
Not at all. Not at all. I don't think it is. They're turning up out there with cartons of grog and everything else as well. Just don't buy a carton of grog. There's $50 for your ticket. Go put your car in. I'm pretty frustrated by it.
Yes.
They get labelled as car enthusiasts. What other comments we got, mate?
Dingus says just the word insurance sends me into a frenzy.
Yeah.
Carnage says 70 for Mad As. It's still really not that expensive.
No.
Chris Young says it's a business opportunity for somebody with a brain and a piece of land out of town. Just lay down a pad and let them burn it up for a few bucks.
Yeah, but as soon as someone gets hurt there,
Yeah.
then you're in a world of trouble. So,
Reaper Lux says no reason, no excuse.
Yeah. There was a guy getting
Dang
around
Dang
there.
says build them a pad and open it every Friday.
There's a guy there that says he's the, what was he, the burnouts secchi?
The skid secchi.
The skid secchi. He's the security. He's got a badge, apparently. Well, he wasn't doing a very good bloody job because...
things got very much out of hand.
Yeah, where was he when they started throwing shit at the cop cars? Why wasn't he pulling them up for that? So,
if you pay $85 for a racer's license for a year, then you can go to Warwick. You can go to QR. You could do all the events at QR.
Yep.
You want it for $85 a year.
Yeah, up to Lakeside. All the stuff up there as well.
You could private hire the track. I'm sure if they really wanted to, they could probably talk to them about hiring out the burnout pad.
How many people were there?
With enough money, 1,000 people.
1,000 people doesn't seem like they'd need a lot of dollars each, right?
No.
There you go, and then they can private hire.
Well, they get everyone to throw in $20 out of 1,000 people. It's $20,000.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to cost that much.
there you go.
I mean, it might, but
I know what they've started up a GoFundMe.
yeah.
I'll bet you someone gets that money. Maybe the skid secchi. Hey? The skid secchi, you get a gold badge with that money. Because there ain't going to be a bloody track happening out of it. So, yeah, that's for sure. Scott was talking to Chris there. The costs almost outweighs the benefits because the insurance kills almost all the profits. Yep. That's possible. That's the business opportunity there. I think they're talking about Reaper Lux generation that does nothing but piss and moan, mate. I think you're right there. Definitely right there. This is self-entitlement, mate. That,
sucks because I'm part of that generation.
They want something for nothing. Hey? That's the problem.
Yeah. It sucks because I'm a part of that generation, I think.
Yeah.
I think I'd get lumped in because of my age.
Maybe. But what's your thoughts? You're not on their side, are you?
No. I go to Fridays. I go to
We go to a caravan
Mayhem.
every week.
Yeah.
Right? We're at a caravan every week. And, yeah. It's just crazy. Crazy stuff. So,
Marv says, I'm sure I read 300 for an Andra license. Yeah, but in the races one is a bit of a different one.
yeah.
Races is much cheaper. It depends on the track because all different tracks have IHRA,
And you only
Andra,
need-
or races.
Well, you only need Andrew if you're running
Quick.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't think any of those guys have got a 10-second car. I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident that I can beat them. In my 11-second car.
Probably.
So,
Mick says they would need 400k just to start, and that's without the land.
to build one, make it happen. There you go. Well, they could do track hires though.
Yeah,
They wanted to-
I'm sure they could hire out QR.
Yeah. But
They could go in there.
they want it
in the
all for
meeting.
nothing, so it'll never happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the problem. Well, I think the other thing is just the fact that they keep calling themselves car enthusiasts. Now, what's this going to mean for the rest of us? We thought there was a few defects at Rocky.
Mm.
What's going to happen now? And it was like, oh, all these defects at Rocky. I can't wait to get back to the Gold Coast where I can go for a cruise. And, we went for a run before we loaded the HJ onto the truck, right? And we said, we went to pull out the street, a cop car went past, and we followed the copper down the road. And then we cut up through another block, and we cut up in front of the copper.
Yeah.
And he didn't give a shit about us. Followed us for one block and turned off. Like, he didn't even follow us. He was just going that way. And we turned in front of him, and he just went, boop. Not even interested. Didn't even go, I'll follow these guys for a couple of extra blocks or anything.
Yeah.
Not interested at all. But now, is it going to be the same?
Probably not. Even for me, I probably have a more targetable car than yours.
Yeah.
And I've driven next to cops and behind cops and in front of cops, and they've never had an issue because I just drive it normal.
What'd you do today? What'd you have to do today? You booked it in today.
Oh, to get all my mod plates done.
Yep.
Yep.
So make sure everything's all spot on because you don't want to run the risk now, eh?
No.
And there you go. That's what Johnny says. Getting marked with the same brush. Well, I don't know if you talk about your generation or all
that can be marked with all of it.
Yep.
We're all getting marked with the same brush because we're all going to get targeted no matter what now.
Marth needs it if he
whether
runs quicker than 12 in Crossita due to their rules. Yeah, that's just, I don't know, that's Benarabi life, brother. I think. I think that's get away with a bit more down here.
Dang Dang says it only cost $60 at Heathcote, and I made about 10 passes last time I went. You could also skid all day if you wanted.
Yeah. I think...
G'day, Rat. Welcome back.
I find that the drags are a bit more fun. You get to do a bit of a skid, then you get to race the clock.
You just get to absolutely pin it, really.
Yeah, and you
have to race the clock. You could be just absolutely going, man, this is wicked. I'm going 100 mile an hour.
You do race the clock. You want to, because you go, I want to get better next time.
Yeah.
I need to, I missed my light. I did this. I did that. I missed that gear change. Whatever it might be, you're thinking about what can I do a little bit better on the next one. Right?
See you, Bad Q.
See you, Dave. But yeah, it's. I think that's the big difference. So,
James Baylor says it's easier, Tyler, to just swing one hammer to fix everything. One size fits all.
Yeah. I'm going to grab a beer. You can mention any other comments there before we finish.
Chris Young says a day at our local drag strip on a bike costs about $40 for multiple passes. It's just, there's a lot of things out there that they can go and do, and they don't cost really that much at all. Let's scroll up a bit. Let's see. Going through. Marv says, just Benarabi are very strict on it. You may have seen at Rocky since they ran the drags. Yeah, I heard a few different things about the drags, but all the people I talked to, they had a ton of fun running the drags there.
Yep.
Dang Dang says, stock wheels, belt slap up the side, and a light bar under the front license plate is a giveaway of an illegal skid pig. Not sure how the news or pigs haven't caught onto their so-called mod styles. Adam Geary says 12-second pass is on my bucket list.
And there was the interview. Did you see the interview?
I did.
You sent it to me?
I did. I sent it to you and said I think I lost a few brain cells.
Watching that interview.
Yeah.
It was bad, wasn't it? Just a moron. Pair of morons. Anyway, we'll move on from that
Rat
story.
Fink says, Dave, that car hauler you guys had was badass.
Thanks, mate. It was cool. It's still parked up just here, actually. Giving it a clean before we hand it back on the think we got it till about the 17th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scotty S, I'll do this last comment before we move on. Scotty S said, that's what happens when the media use the morons, get the views, then the real enthusiasts get screwed.
Yeah. Yeah. The bloody media just using it for clickbait. And then, and I've seen some of the comments that are arguing, saying that we are all the same.
Mm.
That all car enthusiasts are the same. And I think, well, I don't see that when all the families come out to Yank Tanks to check out the cars and all the kids are there loving the cars. I didn't see that at Rocky Nuts when we travelled 14.5 kilometres of the parade and there was people along that entire footpath for 14.5 kilometres.
Mm-hmm.
Many of those people were under the age of 10 or over the age of 60.
Yep.
And they're enjoying the cars go down the street and hear the cars and see the cars. I think there's a remarkable difference between that. Mm-hmm. I don't see those under 10 and over 60-year-old people turning up to the local burnout bloody meet in the industrial area at Mullandina. And the smiles on the faces and stuff during the parade, wasn't it?
Yes, it was awesome. High five on the kids as we were driving past.
We wouldn't have done more than 20k an hour, right? For 14.5 Ks, wouldn't.
No, I don't think so. Only on the little street drag stretch where there was no people on the sides at that point.
We got up to 70 and you told me to slow down.
Yeah, I got up,
Told me I was going too quick. But it was you guys, yourself and Brad were out the window giving high fives to the kids. You know, the other cars coming the other way were high fiving us. It was a great atmosphere. Now that was cool.
I think the interview was on 7 News, Jason and Marth.
Yeah, can we share that maybe on the Discord or something?
I'll have to find a link again later.
Yep. Told I was sending that through in the Discord after the show. But be prepared to lose a couple of brain cells watching that interview. So,
James Baylor says, "Wait, what? There's no news like bad news."
And what else we got there? We've got something. Warwick QR Rocky Nuts just talking about different places.
Mm-hmm. Dang says, definitely old mate that's owned a 65 MG since he was 16 is definitely in the same category as someone with a fully flogged V6 Combi or Falcon.
There you go. And Marv says 50,000 people watching us. I think he means the Rocky Nuts parade, not currently right now.
That'd be pretty insane. I don't think we'd be able to read any of the chat messages.
The comments might be going a little quicker. But it's big difference. Anyway, we'll move on to stories.
Rap Fink says, I was watching a Rocky Nuts video and saw you guys go by in the Kingswood.
Yes, mate. Good stuff. When Brad was hanging out the window yelling Rocky Nuts.
Yep.
All right, let's talk positive. And one thing that annoys me actually, just quickly back on that last story, is that we started this channel and for 2 years we've been trying to show positive light of the car scene and what's good about it, and made sure that we've never shown any illegal, skids or anything like that. And then, we get morons like that get all the airtime, right? And it goes viral, and here we are just trying to show good stuff, and it's a battle.
I think
to get views.
Zach Boldy actually is probably a good one to watch. He made a really good video about it.
Yep.
Definitely go and check out his video.
We did watch that. He thought he'd get a bit roasted for it. I don't think he did.
I don't think so.
But yeah, good rant. Okay. There's our number one down. Just those two stories. Talk about Rocky Nuts and our rant. But let's talk some more news, guys. Let's have a bit more news. And I think I wanted to talk quickly about a few news stories here around the current market.
Yep. I'm gonna leave. Oh, hang on, wrong camera angle. I'm gonna leave you with this one for a minute.
Okay. All right. Oh, you want me to talk as well? Sorry. Australia's classic car market at the moment is, as we've spoken about, is booming in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. And we've got a couple of examples here, just of recent. I can't show the pictures now because Tyler's got that on his side. But you may have just seen that 78 Ford Cobra. That one was 200 grand just recently at a Grey's auction. So it's not bad. But there's been a massive strong demand. Carnage is off. G'day, see ya. Good night, mate. I missed the sarcasm. Sorry, up there as well. But yeah, anyway. This, at the moment, the market is up there. So there's a lot of different cars getting massive dollars. And then Greys have had record February numbers for the classic car category, and has had 1.3 million views and nearly 200,000 unique visitors. So we've got a lot of people that are getting into the market at the moment, and they're not the same people that are in there looking at these auctions all the time. They are unique people, so there's other people getting in, and it could be for investor reasons. They might want to just invest in these cars, put them away. The money that they're growing has been absolutely massive. So a few other cars that recently went was an EJ Taxi as well. There was another one, a 1963 Holden EJ. That sold for $40,000, which is probably not a bad pickup for that one. See if I can reach the buttons over here. There you go. It looks like that one. So that was a $40,000 rig. And marketplace is absolutely, prices are skyrocketing. I don't think you'd find a HQ at the moment for under 30 grand, and that's probably a 6-cylinder HQ these days. So very pricey. Everything's gone up. Next one I've got there, we've got another one from one of the Greys auctions. Tyler might, he's just arrived back. He might flick that camera angle for me. So, yep, that's cool. Window banners. So, flick the camera angle for me. That's a Porsche barn find, 58. That sold for $230,000.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I have to sell mine then.
Yeah, not bad. That was $110,000 more than the predicted high price.
Oh, wow.
That they thought they would get for it. You're going to sell your barn find Porsche?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We've had the Commodores of recent as well. There was the VF, that last body to be framed and assembled in Holden Body Shop. That sold for $750,000 as well. So there's been a lot. So where is the market going to go, though, I think is the question here. Because while Nine News is running a story about these prices skyrocketing, and we've talked about it for weeks and weeks and weeks on end, where the price is going. There is other stories at the moment, like on Damage, saying it's gonna bust. It's not going to stay there. Now, this was a topic that I had a chat with a few people over the weekend while we were away. And it was, and I know some people have recently bought some other cars and stuff like that, and still paid a fairly decent price for them, because that's the price at the moment. And said, what do you think? Is it going to continue to go up?
Well, Rob and I were talking about this today too.
Right.
And
so it's a hot topic.
Yeah. Well, Rob was talking about a 05 STI, had under 100,000 Ks, I think he mentioned, and that sold for 80 grand.
Wow.
And he would have thought last year that it would have only been worth 40 or 30.
There you go. Now, the question is...
Well, I will just say this, actually. This is before all the COVID stuff. Rob was thinking, when the COVID stuff first hit, he was thinking new beauty. prices are all going to plummet.
Yeah.
I'll pick something up nice for cheap. But it was the total opposite.
There you go. Now, are the prices going to continue to climb? You know, is that STI still going to be worth $80,000 next year? Is it going to be worth $100,000? Or is it going to plummet? The Marge are calling it Australia's bogan car bubble and saying that it won't last forever. These experts are saying people are going to get burned. Now, are they? Because other people that I'm talking to are saying because people are paying these prices, they're going to the market's going to continue to go. They're not going to sell it for less than that price.
No.
These people are not going to list these cars for less money. You know, if they paid $100,000 for a car, they're going to want to sell it for $100,000 or more.
Yeah.
They're not going to, you know, buy this car today and want to sell it in 6 months at a loss.
Mm-hmm.
So he says that these people are saying that it will continue to go, and it's going to, you know, hold or climb. Right, at the very worst, it'll stay, you know, stagnant. So, but Damage, they're saying Australian car market is currently hotter than the rusty old Kingswood on a 15-hour road trip. And, of course, it's the COVID-19 crisis that's made it so crazy for a multitude of reasons. People have been ditching public transport for private transport. Travel restrictions have seen Aussies spending their holiday money or government stimulus on cars instead. Disruption to global trade has seen fewer new cars rolling off the production. There's fewer ships bringing them to our shores, so there's less supply. And I guess, you know, maybe the market won't stay there for those just normal, everyday second-hand cars. But I think these classic cars it will.
It's been the bogan cars, like you said, that have seen the most dramatic speculation.
Yep.
Big Australian-built sedans like the Ford Falcon and Holden Commodore, as well as other local legends like the Chrysler Valiants, Geminis or Toyota Crowns have all become insanely hot property.
I have. The most bizarre is that even less prestigious 80s and 90s models are booming. And I do see that. There's a lot of cars that we wouldn't have touched in the day, but now they do have big prices. But if anything's pretty much in good condition, it's got a V8, then it's going to do pretty well, right? So I guess people can understand dropping 6 figures on a nice Monaro, but on a VF Commodore, they're a bit confused. So I don't know whether some I think will stay there, some may not. You just got to make sure you're spending the right money on the right car.
Yes. Mick says, what happens with them when they are saying no gas engines by 2030 to 2035?
Well,
I think it's no new sales.
Correct. I think there's no new gas. I don't think they'll completely ban them. And then there's also other...
I think there'd be massive uproars.
Was it Porsche that are currently investing big money in
biofuels?
Eco-fuels,
yep.
As well. So different fuels that'll run on these cars because, you know, they've got to show that if you're buying a $500,000 or $300,000 Porsche right now, that it's still going to have some use in 20 years' time.
Yeah. Jamie Wilnut says, when Dave was defected in the Gracemere amenities block for a noisy exhaust, I was furious.
Yeah, apparently I was on the gas a bit much.
See you, Chris.
See you, buddy. See you, mate. But yeah. 7-month wait on new caravans in Victoria, says James Bayless.
Scotty S says it's people turning cash into assets instead of cash. Same reason shares and gold/silver are up, because they are scared of super inflation.
Adam Geary says everyone's giving him shit for years for keeping his old cars.
Said if I was still not selling, I'd have nothing to tinker on.
Yep. So there's some cars out there that are quite hard to get a hold on. But so there's always a couple of sides to these stories. So, Channel 9 are reporting on the fact that car prices are skyrocketing. Damar just saying, be ready for a bogan car bubble bust. So
I think some of them will come back down, but I don't think all of them will. I think your classics and whatnot are still going to fetch the dollars.
There's Jeff, Queensland.
G'day, Jeff.
Full drive.
I wish I still had my Gemini. wagon and my LH Tirana.
What did I see? A Gemini wagon, I think, sitting at 782 motors now. Now, you wouldn't have thought a couple of years ago that you'd see a Gemini wagon at 782 motors for one, but now I think that's 29,000 down there. So $30,000 Gemini. So it's nice. It's a nice car. So we'll see. We'll see where it ends up.
Andrew Kirk says Australian doesn't have enough infrastructure to sustain only electric vehicles. In Australia, Outback is 300 to 500 k's between petrol stations, let alone EV stops.
And I think in the last couple of months, EV sales have made up only 1% of car sales in Australia. So plenty of people are buying gas engines, and you can't not everyone can afford to buy an EV. They're currently
very expensive.
They're currently out of most people's price ranges. So,
well, when you think about it, not everyone wants a little hatchback, right? The ones that are affordable aren't the ones that people will want. People will want an SUV because that's the market. People will want a ute because that's the market. But
you're not going to get out of your
SUVs and that sort of stuff in electric are just going to be way too expensive for ages.
You're not going to get out of your Prado and say, "Oh, I'll get a Honda E or a Nissan Leaf."
Nissan Leaf.
Yeah, right. And what's a Nissan Leaf worth? They're still $50,000 or something, are they?
Don't know. You'd want to be getting into like a Model X Tesla or something.
This is the equivalent of
49,000.
49,000 for what's the equivalent of a Suzuki Swift, right? Size-wise.
Yeah.
49,000 buys me a much better car. 49,000. I'm buying an Isuzu or something, right? Or you're right. It's not going to fly. Not for a bit until they change a lot of things, infrastructure costs, entry level costs, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I think we've got a bit of time up our sleeves. One last story on the.
Is there another slide for this one? Yep.
Yeah, one last story. We've done a couple of Channel 9 news stories tonight, so I thought I'd better throw in one from 7.
Yep.
But they did have a chat to this guy the other day.
77-year-old Adelaide local, Greg Marshall. He purchased a Monaro.
Yep, 68.
Back in more than 4 decades ago for $3,790.
Yep.
And he's been storing it in his shed.
Yeah, now it was a daily.
He bought it in March of 1969. Used it as a daily driver up until 1982. Then he bought a ute for work, and he used that most of the time, so he didn't get to use it much after that. He said, over the last 10 to 15 years, I've had it on historic registration and haven't done a lot with it. The rare Monaro, which has only done 89,000 miles or 143,000 kilometres, will be listed for sale online soon.
I expect this one to also fetch a few high bids based on the fact that the prices have been going through the roof. So where it will end up, we don't quite know. But there's just a good example. There is still one owner cars now available, from the 60s.
Yeah.
So pretty interesting stuff. Anyway, out of the auctions, mate. Any other comments before we move on to the next one?
Johnny Skidpig says, wonder how much my SV6 will sell for. And Scotty S says, Johnny, scrap is way high at the moment.
Mate, I saw
We saw a pretty tidy one at Rocky Nuts.
We did. I had a chat to a guy. Put a few bucks into one. Watch out for that video. But Sally was reading me an ad the other day, and it was a VE. And I think it was like, I can't remember what year, maybe a 2010, somewhere around there. And she's reading me this ad, and I think they had 20 or 22,000 on it. And she, and it was pretty basic ad. It sounded fairly stock. Might have had a set of wheels and exhaust or something on it like that to those extent. There wasn't much on it. And she's like, geez, ours would be worth a bit now. And then I said, oh, what one is it? And then she said, oh, it's a SDI or what is it? SIDI or whatever. You know, the...
Yeah.
And I'm like, hang on, that's SV6. And then, she went through and it was the V6 model and they wanted $22,000 for like a 2010 SV6. And I went, shit, ours is worth a lot then.
Jeez. Hiccups. How you going?
So I thought mine's definitely worth a lot more. You know, and it wasn't that long back before we threw a little bit extra work in it and started to do what we're doing.
Michael
I would have
Dundas.
let it go for 18 grand easy. I would have thought that was a good price. Now, throw another 10 on there at least.
Mm-hmm.
And then be pretty hard to twist my arm to get rid of it. So surprising, eh?
Dad's Garage says Steve that visits Joe's has a Bathurst Monaro he purchased new. It's 90,000 miles on it, and it's like it came off the showroom floor.
I wonder if that's
The same fella we had a chat to at the...
rotary.
Could be. He didn't want to interview, but
Yeah.
he had that one that he bought when he was an apprentice, and he thought... And he kept it, and he thought, it might be worth something one day.
And if that's the guy, doesn't he also have a four-door GDS
Yeah.
and a Sandman panel van?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think so.
So if it's the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there you go. Anyway, let's have a look at
Drag cars.
drag cars. Let's have a look at drag cars.
Did a Street Machine Drag Challenge 2021, the week-long one, down south, sold out in 6 hours.
Yes. There you go. Were you thinking of going?
And the
Because
waiting...
if you were thinking, it's too late.
Yeah, I think they've even closed the waiting list now because the
It was
waiting
well
list
over
was-
100 people.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah. It was over 100 people on the waiting list as well. So, if you're thinking about going to these, be ready and buy up quick and get on it because you don't have time to think. That's the thing here. So, entry sold out in 6 hours.
Yeah.
So, massive.
Steve has about 30 cars. There you go.
Yeah. That might be the guy.
And the competition is going to be red hot.
Yes.
Daniel Savolex has already fired off a warning shot in the HQ, the Monaro. He ran a 698 at 204 mile per hour in testing at Sydney Dragway.
There you go. Going to be some quick cars.
Coming all the way from Darwin, Dave Carpenter in his 68 Camaro. It's powered by a 434 cube small block.
Yep.
That'll be a great addition to the pacemaker radial aspirated field.
A lot of people angry they
running
missed
a
out.
993.
A few people upset, says James. Yeah, there was. I'm sure there was, but it was just one of those things. These things are popular, and all these people, had it up in Queensland. A lot of these people couldn't come at the time, right? Because it was the borders were locked down and stuff. So they've been waiting for it.
Yes. And if you want to watch from Monday 18th October to Thursday 21st of October, spectator admission is $20. Whilst Friday at Calder Park is $25. Kids 13 and under get in free. If you want to see the whole shebang, you can buy a wristband on day one for $100 that gets you into every track for the duration of the event, plus a drag challenge t-shirt. Remember, though, that if you are attending the event and you have some mates there, or even just being careful in general, is you need to convoy separately from anyone who's entered in the event so that you don't get them disqualified.
And give us a shout out, guys, if you want us to come down. So, yeah, we'll make ourselves available for Street Machine if they want us to cover it and do some live streaming as well, eh?
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, hat's hitting the microphones, getting caught up.
Skid Pig says, same here, Dave. Even if I do get a new car, 4-drive, still not getting rid of this SV6 in the HQ.
Yeah.
I mean, we might get rid of a car. Mirage or the Getz or something. Pick up something that can tow a car trailer.
And fit your giant dogs in.
Eh? They fit all right in the Mirage. She leans up against the back seat.
Classic stuff.
Dang Dang says, yes, I wanted to go. No, my car will not be ready.
Dang. All right. What else have we got here, mate? I think I've found a couple of other stories here.
COVID has put the pro stock title on hold.
Close the window so I can find
The planned debut of Australian Pro Stock Championship points. Frontrunner Wayne Daly's new Diamond T custom toolbox's Dodge Dart has been delayed by the unfortunate COVID lockdown and forced the cancellation of Willowbank Raceway's Apex Epoxy Flooring Super Thunder.
Yeah, because if you weren't going to Rocky Nuts, a lot of people were going to probably head out there and keen to spectate and watch the 400. Was it the 400 Thunder series that was on at Willowbank coming up?
Super Thunder.
Super Thunder, that's it. Super Thunder. That was about to be on at Willowbank. A lot of people would have been very, very keen to see that.
James Bayless says Ram 2500 Tyler. That's just for the dogs to ride in.
Yeah, that'd be
I don't
cool.
think our YouTube channel's quite that big yet.
Yeah, no, not at all. Like it's big for really any car for you, mate.
It'd be a while before I get one anyways.
Save up to get your car serviced.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's
the Dart replaces the team's previous Dodge Avenger that Daly drove to the current Pro Stock national record of 6.915 seconds at the opening round of the current 400 Thunder Series at Sydney Dragway. This weekend, he had been hoping to use the new car to stretch his razor-thin 2-point lead over Tyrone Tremaine, established at round 2 of the series at Willowbank in January 2020 before COVID epidemic restrictions saw racing suspended for the remainder of the year. We were really looking forward to racing the new car for the first time here at our home track, but we fully understand and support the Raceway's decision to cancel the event when they did. A large number of competitors from outside southeast Queensland and interstate, so with so much uncertainty regarding the lockdown and travel, it would have not been fair to proceed. After 15 months since we last raced, we can wait a little longer. However, it is particularly disappointing as we plan to run with special pink ribbon stickers on board to signal our support to a good friend and member of the Pro Stock drag racing family facing a battle with breast cancer. She's certainly in our thoughts and prayers, said Daly.
These stories comes to you from dragnews.com.au, and all the links to all the stories will be in the show notes of the podcast.
Certainly will be. As the team now switches focus to the penultimate round of the series with Nitro Champs event on May 6 to 8 at Sydney Dragway, Willowbank fans will have to wait until the championship's finale at the Gulf Western Oil Winter Nationals in June to see the Dart on track. Speaking about changing cars mid-championship, Daly commented, originally we planned to finish the season in the Avenger, but with no racing happened, we had time to complete the new Dart, leaving us with a dilemma. The Avenger was a fully sorted, proven product, but we could easily see areas where the Dart is superior, particularly aerodynamically. Then we received a serious offer to sell the Avenger, which made the decision to switch cars easier. We're running the same engine and trans, so we're confident of being on the pace quickly, naturally. There's still a few nerves on edge about switching horse midstream, so we're definitely keen to get some testing under our belt before race day. For more information on the events, and if you want to get some tickets, head to sydneydragway.com.au or willowbankraceway.com.au, depending on where you want to go and see the event. 6th to 8th of May in Sydney and 10th to the 13th of June in Willowbank.
There you go. Yeah, disappointing that they didn't get to run, but very difficult for them. So we were just lucky that Rocky Nuts went ahead.
Trev will be spectating Drag Challenge in Victoria like every year, except last year's COVID-interrupted event. G'day, Graham. How you going?
G'day, mate. G'day. Good to see you. We've got another story there from Drag News as well. Oh, I've got to change my slides. Forgot that part. There you go.
Records were smashed at Sydney Test Day.
Now, Sydney Dragway, since the new surface, the records just keep dropping, right? So that's... Hey?
It does have the record I was going to touch on.
Okay, yeah. So...
This is one that I'm particularly interested in because I really like the car.
Ah, okay. Oh, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Sorry.
Right. So, yeah, I was just saying that we've seen a lot of records drop at Sydney since the introduction of the new track surface. Also,
I think it's the lights.
Also, the lights. You think it's the lights, the Sydney Dragway lights? It could be. But also the equipment, right? So the track prep is now top notch. The equipment come from, where do you get it in Australia? No, it's equipment that that they're building in Australia. It's the same equipment from Total Venue Concepts over in the States, and it's I've forgotten his name. He's from
Aldridge.
Yes.
Is that the one? Aldridge Engineering, I think.
Yep. So they supply that equipment. And
Marv knows exactly what I'm about to talk about.
Yeah, I think I do too. But yeah, anyway, all right. I'll let you talk this.
So
tell us about the records.
as you mentioned though, the track prep teams were raving about it, about how good the prep was. It's the best they've seen in the country, and following performances back that up. Starting off with Greg, I'm probably going to butcher this, but Greg Securitas. Greg Securitas, we'll go with that.
I thought it was Greg. I'm going to butcher this. Oh, that's a cool name.
Greg Securitas in Mauler, hauling to the outright quickest doored car pass in the country with a 550 at 274 mile per hour. That's wicked fast. Rocking the radial world was Frank Marchese and Danny Sobolik, driving the Pro-Charged Pontiac Firebird. This will be one to watch at the Kenda events.
Frank Marchese was on Shaggy Show last night, actually, having a chat.
Dandy Engines.
Yep. So that was cool. They've been working very hard on that car.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of work's gone into it. So,
the Proline Racing Hemi, which was put together by Dandy Engines in its second only outing, cracked the threes over the eighth, a first for its breed. Then the boys let it loose over the quarter for something different, blasting a 5.98 at 210 mile per hour with an epic 3.88 half while getting off the noise at 5.2 seconds.
Not bad.
Becoming the first 5-second radial car in the country.
That's impressive. Impressive.
Mm-hmm. And of course, June 2, the record that constantly changes hands back between Croydon Racing Development and Matooks.
Yep.
Of the street GDR world record.
I know you're a massive Matooks fan.
Both.
Yep.
Like both the cars. They're just awesome.
Yeah.
It's good to see the GDRs getting out, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one day I'll be able to get one of my own.
What's the chance of you loading up a video here for us?
Good question. Have to find one.
It's on that page.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think any of them have loaded for me. They're all sad faces.
Ah, that is sad. They're on mine.
I'll reload the page in a minute and give it a go. But I'll read the record first. June 2, Croydon Racing Development and Robert Marjan. June 2 with a 6.77 at 212 mile per hour. This thing's a full interior car.
It's impressive. Very impressive.
Here we go. We do have a video.
Oh,
Let's load it up.
let's see how you go. The roadies are out there killing it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Sedek pushed the rotary world steering. In his pack performance prepped RX3. He did a 6.59 at 2.09. World's quickest and fastest rotary powered RX3 title. We got Osmond.
All right,
got something?
I got the video. I'm ready.
All right.
Just look at that thing skate around, going down the track. It's impressive.
Not bad
and
at all.
very, very quick.
Did it light up any of the others for you?
It may have. We got Frank's video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Let's have a bit of a look.
it's gonna go.
So, keeners.
And we got the video of Mauler. It's a pretty mad skid in that thing.
bad, not bad. A few questions there. Someone said, how far? It was 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours up to Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
8 hour drive. And, it was 8 hours all up. I think we'd leave at 4:30. 4:30. I forget. We left in the morning. 4 a.m.
Yep.
Left at 4.
4:30, I think.
And we got up there about 2:30.
Yep, something like that.
And then on the way home, we left about 11:30 and got home
Like,
about 8:30.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
It took us about 9 hours on the way home, I think, because of the rain and stuff. We had to go a bit slower.
absolutely barketing down. Yeah, barketing down on the way back. Nowhere near as far is it to head out to Roma for addictive events. So get on that in the 1/8 mile showdown, or out to Fridays tomorrow to come and see us out there.
Reaper Lux says, Tyler,
come to Fridays.
Tyler, love me a GDR, but how about a 6-second Real Street Super? I'll have to look it up. We'll see.
Okay.
Jay Sadek punished the Rotary World steering his pack performance prepped RX3 at 6:59 at 2:09 for the world's quickest and fastest rotary powered RX3 title. Osman and Empire Mechanical have barred the world, smashing the Street XR6 Turbo world record with a 765 at 186 mile per hour in King
Not bad.
FGX.
Not bad. There's a few others there as well, I believe. Some performances of note.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Of course, Danny Sabolik stepped out again in the HQ, as we mentioned before. Hit sixes with a 6.9. Jerry Sarafoglu probably butchered that one as well. He joined the 5-second club in his Mustang with a 588 at 248 mile per hour.
Might be a picture of it, video of it too.
Mm-hmm.
There
is. Throw it up. See you, Mick. Things flying.
Graham says.
Video still playing in the background.
Graham says he'll see us at Roma. Transmission pending, mate. Get out to Roma.
Definitely.
Jump on it.
Mick puts on
just
some awesome events.
Mick's just heading off to bed, but send him an email and get your entry in. So,
Zoran Gajic has been showing bracket racing like performances in the low 5.8s. See you, Mick. Profab's radial Mustang weapon was back into the threes over the short track, hooking up to a 3.95 at 200 mile per hour.
That's one we've watched for a while.
Mm-hmm. I think we've had a chat to Joe.
Yep, we have a couple of times.
G'day, Rob. Custom Dream Industries. How you going?
G'day, mate. We're doing real well.
And 680s out of Ghost. Tony Gregich.
So some great stuff. Some great stuff there.
Mm-hmm. And dragnews.com.au if you want to see all the photos and videos.
There's a few others there that we didn't show, so jump on over there and have a look.
Mm-hmm.
Support the real track, says Mick, and he's right. Look at the growth now out at Warwick. We'll see those guys come back, and there is these rural tracks, Roma and Stanthorpe, and that we do need to get behind. And keep showing the love out to these guys, but come out to Roma, get on that.
Andrew Kirk says, side note, would you guys come out to Red Sentinats and hit up some street cruising and full quarter mile drag racing?
I would love to.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to be out at Red Sentinats. 100% would love to do that. So be a heck of a drive for us, and it'll be, we'll just have to work out our funds, because Rocky Nats cost us a fair bit.
Yeah, it did.
And it pretty much drained us. So we're pretty well drained now. So we will be sneaking a little bit local just until we can build the funds back up. But all the support that you guys give and everything will hopefully
all the members
keep us keep that stuff kicking back over. So hopefully we could. But Andrew, hell yeah, we'd love to get out.
Trev says, any updates on the Warwick progress? We'll have to get Maddie on the show soon. And have a chat about it.
I haven't spoken to Maddie for a little bit, so I I might say good day. Send him a couple of messages and see what he's up to. All right, next story.
The Toyota GR86
Well, there's a bit of a
cover.
change from drag racing.
Toyota's new generation sports car, again a twin to Subaru's BRZ, debuted over Easter.
Now,
it's now known as the GR86, along with also the GR Supra and the GR Yaris.
is there some changes here? Because you were talking to me about...
Toyota wasn't happy that it was too similar to the BRZ. I don't know what changes and what not, but yeah. Local pricing, specification and the timing is still yet to be confirmed, but a number of technical details have been released, as well as confirmation of the car's new name, which is the GR86. Like the Subaru, the 86's familiar horizontally opposed four-cylinder engine remains, but an 8mm bore increase has increased capacity to 2.4 litres. These changes have increased the power by 21 kilowatts and torque by 38 newton meters for grand totals of 173 kilowatts at 7,000 RPM and 250 newton meters at 3,700 RPM. That torque peak is not only higher, but it occurs earlier in the rev range. The extra capacity, hopefully solving one of the original 86's greatest shortcomings, a lack of mid-range grunt.
Well, they had a bit of a lack of top end as well.
I think they need a bit of boost. They should have put a bit of boost into them. The story gets better for those who prefer and require that the car shift its own gears, while buyers of the previous automatic-equipped 86 have had to make do with lower output. The full whack is now available in 6-speed manual and automatic form. No performance figures have been announced, but we expect that the 0 to 100 kilometre an hour dash to fall around the 6.5 second mark. Aaron Miller says exactly what I was just saying. I just wish they would use a forced induction variant, even if it just had a supercharger or something.
And I was just looking back. Rob said Rocky did cost a lot more than he had budgeted as well. And
he did win $100 for top customer.
$100. There you go. Yeah, we've got to work on our prize money in Australia, haven't we? But yeah, we spent a fair bit for Rocky, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. We did. It cost us a bit of money.
But, you know, another shout out to Gracemere Caravan Park. That was the cheapest part of our...
It certainly was.
The accommodation cost us less than fuel.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go. But after all the talk of the defects and cops and everything, I also still have 2 full jerry cans and half a tank of juice. So I come home with a bit of fuel as well. But we burn a bit through the truck. Anyway.
I thought I did say world's quickest RX3 Marv. For the last story.
Yep. Don't know.
Glenn Coasty, how you going? He says, don't forget the GR-CHR. Do they have one of those, do they?
I don't know about that.
It's probably quicker than the 86.
It might be.
I know the Yaris certainly has a lot more power than the 86. Yeah, I reckon they need a bit of boost behind it.
Definitely.
I think Rob gets a few 86s in there. He's got one in at the moment for getting a bit of boost.
Oh, okay.
So,
there you go. You haven't looked today, where?
No, it's not there at the moment, but that's getting engineered when mine's also getting engineered.
Yep.
So,
all right. Jump on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about...
needing a bigger car.
Yeah.
2022 Ford F-150 Raptor R and the supercharged V8 pickup spied alongside a Ram 1500 TRX.
We talked about the TRX the other day, didn't we?
Yep.
So, you're doing the stand-up as well?
Yep.
Stand-up chats, mate.
Yep.
Other than the comments on the head.
I'm
You're too tall.
Man, I can move the comments down now.
Other than the comments on the head. But there
you go. They're back on the ground. Rob fits the AVO turbo kits to them.
What's I looking at today?
Glenn Coasty says he's worked on the GR-CHR or cosmetic crap only.
Typical. I was looking at off topic. What was I looking at? I was looking at a supercharger today.
Well, while you're looking for your supercharger, I'll talk this story. The supercharged V8 pickup has been caught on camera being benchmarked alongside its crosstown rival Ram's TRX. The upcoming V8-powered 2022 Ford F-150 Raptor R has been spy testing in the US alongside its arch rival, the new 21 Ram 1500 TRX. Car makers often purchase competitors' vehicles to benchmark and compare their new models against, and it comes no surprise to see Ford testing its new F-150 Raptor R alongside Ram's 1500 TRX, as the Dune-jumping supercharged super trucks are direct rivals for one another.
Now
Be careful
TRX,
jumping it because you will void your warranty.
The TRX is what most powerful one out there at the moment, though, isn't it?
I think so.
We were
I believe that's the story we talked about last week.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought so.
Adam Geary says, come on right now. Now we got to look at Dave's crotch for the comments.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Come on. Need a block of background or something on it. You can just look at the actual comments on YouTube in the live chat. You are typing in it, so surely you're looking at it. So it'll be interesting to see what they bring out. You know, will they bring out something to beat it? I had a look at had a Silverado there on like a demo model sitting there up at Rocky Nats. You see that one?
What was that, sorry?
I was looking at that Silverado up there. They had
I wasn't really looking at that one, no.
just up
the
from
one?
the speed from the boats, you know, near the stage.
Oh,
area.
yeah. I did see it, but I didn't really look at it.
126. I want for that.
126,000.
But that's the V8. I think that's is it petrol?
I think
V8?
so.
It's not the.
Not sure.
Yeah, it's not the diesel. So that's a 6 point.
Oh,
Two.
did you say Colorado?
No, it was a Silverado.
Oh, Silverado. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about Silverados.
I want the Cummins version though, right? Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what they bring out, eh? So what? Did you go to the figures on that? Sorry.
I haven't yet, but Reaper Lux says, Dave, go big single, only way.
Yeah, I'll come across something I hadn't seen today was velocity superchargers. And I hadn't come across them before. But they're touting a few different numbers in there. And then they start with like a street version, race version, bloody right up to an extreme version.
There you go.
I thought the extreme one would go right in the VE, and without an intercooler set up, we could easily do it ourselves.
Marf says G42, 1200 for Big Red. Aaron Miller says G42 for sure.
Is anyone? I don't know. Is anyone?
I'll keep going with this. Due to be unveiled within the next 12 months, the F-150 Raptor R will differ from the standard 6-cylinder F-150 Raptor, which was unveiled in February, by offering a V8 engine, widely rumoured to be the 5.2-litre supercharged V8 from the US market, a Mustang Shelby GT500. It'll become the first Raptor model to feature a V8 since the original F-150 Raptor ended production in 2014. With its engine to offer more than twice the displacement of Australia's Ford Ranger Raptor. While outputs for the Raptor R have yet to be confirmed, expect figures to sit between the GT500's 567 kilowatts and 847 newton meters and the 523 kilowatts and 881 newton meters outputs posted by the rival Ram 1500 TRX.
See you, Jeff. Velocity
See you,
superchargers. Marv says it sounds like Wish. Well, I think it may be a Chinese model, but Velocity Superchargers Australia. Have a look. Tell me what you think. Is this dodgy shit or are they legit? Anyways, yeah, they're going to. There's possible big power.
Despite its some 2.5 ton curb weight, expect a 0 to 60 mile per hour time, similar to or a few tenths quicker than the TRX's 4.5 second claim.
Huh. That is impressive. Isn't that footy going off down the road? I can hear that through my headphones. So screaming. There you go. Anyway, We got another ute story.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's not it. That's that one. Another ute story, mate. Because you're talking about needing something for the to fit the dogs in, mate.
Yep, maybe I need an EV. See you back.
And we mentioned
Back's
the Silverado.
off.
See you back. Silverados as well, which we were mentioning before.
Mm-hmm.
What about this one, mate? What do you think?
Yeah, 640 kilometres
good?
of range. Looks pretty all right. It's electric.
640 kilometres of range doesn't sound like a lot for a ute. Oh, it's electric.
Yep.
Oh.
Full EV. Custom Dream Industry says that looks mint.
It does look good.
James Baylor says, but will they make it?
Wow.
Trevor Smith says, stick with turbo, Dave. Boost is adjustable with the touch of a button, not a pulley change.
Oh, yeah, it was just a cost and pretty quick and easy direct bolt-on job you could do here without very little fab.
Maybe people want to see you fabbing up your own manifold while your car's on the quick check.
That would be a dodgy job.
Reaper Lux says, ugly. See you, Graham.
Doesn't like it. See you, Graham. See you, mate.
Johnny Skidpick says, is that a new Hot Wheels toy? Adam Geary says it looks mean. GM President Mark
The
Roos.
lights look a little bit small. Well, that electric power, you think they could put a decent set of lights on it.
Custom Dream Industries says, I love my GMC Sierra, but thinking about upgrading.
Yeah, I love the Duramax model.
Dang Dang says, maybe you need a
And the
200 Hilux
Silverados.
dual cab for your doggy style.
Yep.
Marv says, just looked at their Facebook claiming 380 rear wheel kilowatts to 440 rear wheel kilowatts. You'd get more power than that with a good cam, Dave.
That's a $3,500 one, though. That's the street version. They do go up to. There's different versions. You got to get the bigger one.
Which Marv says, don't you
It's a bit more
start Giraffe.
expensive.
That manifold will be made. Reaper Lux says, Dave, I know a fab guy.
You know a few? Oh,
The GM president, Mark.
maybe we just need to get a few people to come in and work in the shed.
Mm-hmm. Paige says, no utes, please. She's been on me about no utes.
Well,
She sent me like a CX3. I said, that won't tow that. That won't. It was a Santa Fe, sorry. I have doubts that will tow a car trailer very nicely if I get an enclosed one. Dang Dang says was meant to be 2,000 Hilux. Custom Dream Industry says, have a look at Escalade Caddy. Let me know what you think. I'll have to have a look at that.
Well, there you go. That's not a ute.
It is not a ute.
Paige can look that one up and Escalade. They were very good.
Dang Dang says, Dem's fighting words, Paige. Let's continue on with this. Mark Roos has announced the electric Silverado overnight would be built at the company's plants in Michigan, alongside the new Hummer EV pickup and recently revealed SUV. They provided a few details of the zero emissions pickup, including timing. However, according to the news outlet Reuters, an inside source has revealed that Chev will begin production of the battery-powered Silverado in late 2022. The company previewed what could be a future design of the Silverado, which we just showed. In January 2021, GM announced its entire light-duty range would be electric by 2035, excluding its medium and heavy-duty pickups, which accounted for around 9.1% of the company's 2020 sales. Scotty says, you'd be surprised about the Santa Fe. Marv says, Santa Fe? Oh, you mean spare parts for the Veloster? Adam Geary says, throw a canopy on it. That's exactly what I said.
The Silverado will likely be built on the GM's Ultimate architecture, which offers up to 746 kilowatts and more than 563.
Yep, 563 kilometres of range in the flagship Hummer EV Edition 1 pickup.
Johnny, this is, yeah, there you go. Santa Fe flat out towing 1,600 kilos. That ain't going to tow your car.
No, that's basically my car.
Yeah. Yeah, yep. Need something with a decent tow rating.
Scotty S says, "No, Johnny, that's just what the instructions say."
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be mucking around with those towing weights. You end up in all sorts of bother.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Let's
next story?
let's go to that next story that you previewed slightly.
Oh, Mazda's.
Reaper Lux says, "Shout out to Curl Fabrication."
Definitely. Where did I even see that comment? I missed the comments. Oh, yeah, there it is. How do you pronounce it? Curl Fabrication.
I'm assuming it's Curl.
Kerle.
Rob says most of these big utes and SUV vehicles are already offered in Cali in hybrid. Marv says, "I towed Crostita with a Triton down to Blackbutt." Could be one to look into. Brad says, "Santa Fe is no good for you, Tyler. Will only tow 2 ton. You'll need more than that, but they do tow mint. I miss mine."
There you go.
We'll keep looking around. We'll find something. Got to keep saving yet anyways. It's a bit of a... Just trying to find a goal to save for.
Yep.
Set the goal.
Something that can tow 3 ton.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want.
The sky's the limit for Mazda rotary power.
Maybe a 6-wheel dual cab 200 series. No?
Maybe.
That's a goal.
Mazda is weighing up the possibilities for its freshly resurrected rotary engine and considering a diverse range of alternative applications, including vehicles and equipment beyond the automotive sphere. The Japanese carmaker has confirmed that after an 8-year hiatus, the iconic and much-loved rotary will be reborn in the new MX-30 Coupe SUV as an electric vehicle range extender. But given the astronomical cost of developing a new engine from scratch, it makes sense to explore multiple auto applications.
Now I'm confused. Hang on. So we've been talking about for a while a possibility of a new rotary.
Mm-hmm.
But did you just say it's a range extender for an electric vehicle?
Yep. So you're going to use your
petrol. It's not rotary powered at all.
You're going to use your petrol to extend the range of your electric.
Okay. I'm confused.
Aaron Miller says, "Patrol, Nissan or nothing."
There you go.
Dad's Garage says, "Best tow vehicle I owned was a Y62 V8 Patrol."
Yep. What do you get Patrol? Is it 3.5 ton towing capacity?
Not sure.
Hey.
G'day, Mum. Mum's in the chat.
Hey, Mum. Mum was here at the start. Oh, your mum.
Yep. Rob says, "I took photos of that RX Vision at the Tokyo Motor Show back in November 2015.
Uh-huh.
There you go. Another thing we'll touch on after was something Rob and I talked about today, which we'll touch on after this story quickly before we go to the quiz.
Anyway,
the quiz is coming up, of course.
The MX-30's team leader has revealed that not only is the company lining up more cars to receive rotary power, but it's also thinking outside the car-shaped box to find other uses.
I guess they got to make up the cost somewhere, right? Because it's not cheap to develop a motor. Developing EVs using the rotary engine as the power generator and also offering a plug-in electric vehicle like the MX-30 this time, we can think of different ways of applying the rotary engine, and we are going to study what we can do in the future. While more Mazda cars and SUVs running on rotary power may not be the most surprising progression for the engine, Takeuchi revealed more evolutionary applications are on the table, including those not necessarily representative of land transport. I think there are many things that can be done, not just limited to land transportation, but as an automotive company, we are looking at the products using that technology. At the same time, we would like to offer some other values than just the transportation functional values. Quite what those tantalizing uses might be will remain a mystery for now, but they may come out as a wide range of vehicles or machinery in years to come. That kind of direction is definitely something we would like to look into. Uses and applications that transcend the road transport realm are numerous. In its past, Mazda has produced motorcycles, tractors, and even a rotary-powered bus.
I've not seen a rotary bus.
So given Takeuchi's lifelong love of airplanes,
Where
could
can
the
we get a
company be
rotary
contemplating taking to the skies?
I want the rotary bus.
Mm.
We need a rotary bus and race it. Hey? We'll like upgrade it with all pack performance parts and race a rotary bus. Hey? There you go.
Dad's
crazy.
Garage says 3.5 tonne. Yep.
There you go. Yeah, it's decent tow weight. That's what you want.
Rob says, has anyone entered the Hot Wheels competition? Did you receive anything back? I haven't.
Did you enter it?
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't entered it?
No.
No, I forgot about it. We posted it up.
We talked about it on here.
Rob, did you enter it? You've got the perfect...
See you, Dang Dang.
See you, mate. See you, Dang Dang. Rob's got the perfect Hot Wheels car there.
He does.
Come on.
Marv says rotary plane.
There is a plane.
Scotty S says there is a rotary chainsaw.
There you go. Oh, yeah, imagine that. All those revs.
Mm.
There you go. All right. Well,
The Mazda Parkway. That's the bus.
Oh.
But I'll touch on what Rob and I talked about today. And he said the last time he went to SEMA, which was a couple of years ago, he was wandering through and saw this WRX. He thought, oh, sweet, a WRX. It was a older one, US model. He was looking into it and he went, it's right-hand drive. And he went, yeah, I converted it to right-hand drive from left-hand drive.
Oh.
So it's a trend. That's what they're doing over there now with the US delivered JDM vehicles to make them JDM.
Oh.
Is they're converting them to right-hand drive.
Really?
Yep.
They get a US delivered model.
And then convert it to right-hand drive.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Just so you can reverse through a drive-through, I suppose.
Oh. Yeah, that's random. Well, I guess we need to prep ourselves for some quiz, Tyler.
We got the Marf off wheel quickly. Spin her up. Camera's still going. Oh, slowing down. It's very close. Who's it going to be?
Hoff.
It is the Hoff. Takes home.
Stretching the lead again. Stretching the lead again. Right. All right. Let's get into some quiz action. Have we got our quizzes, mate? Are the guys ready? Are they heading over into the chat?
Scotty S is here.
We just need Crazy VN. Steve, jump over into the Discord chat, mate, and we'll do some quiz questions.
G'day, Scotty.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Very well. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, very good.
Mate, did you watch a bit of the Rocky Nats action from Street Machine?
Not much. I've been flat out. So
Busy man?
yeah, busy.
Mate,
Working, house building, it's all going good.
True. It's all coming to plan?
Oh, yeah. Slower than I'd like, but yeah, coming together.
Tyler hasn't quite got into his house yet. We were hoping to be probably actually moving furniture the last 2 days for him, but he's not in there yet.
Bugger.
Yes, I am.
Hey, here we go. Crazy VN. Steve, how are you?
Yeah, how you going, Scotty? How you going,
Hey.
Dave, Tyler?
G'day.
Hey, Steve, how are you?
Hang on a sec.
You all right, mate? You all right? Get yourself sorted.
Yeah, no, I just had to turn off the live feed, that's all.
Yeah,
Turn down the radio.
Well, turn down the radio in the background.
Can't remember those days.
live caller. Yeah, it's been some crazy times up here in Queensland with our little bloody lockdown right before Rocky Nats, and we didn't know what was going to happen, and we were we were just outside of the lockdown area, so but then we were quite concerned that on the morning we were leaving that they were going to lock down the Gold Coast as well. So we got out of here about 4 a.m. to make sure we could get. We always planned to go up 4 anyway, to be honest. But we were listening on the way up, hoping that it wasn't going to shut down. But then they did free everything up. The people in Brisbane, probably threw a lot of plans in disarray for those guys. People planning to leave a little bit earlier and then couldn't and had to wait till bloody. What did they have to wait till Thursday, 12 o'clock?
Yep.
And then do an 8-hour drive.
Matt.
Yeah, well, next week, Mark. I'll retune the wheel next week.
So, but anyway, enough about that. Tyler, the quiz master, we've got some music to kick off the quiz. How's it go, mate? Quiz time. Are you smarter than a brain dead muppet? Tyler's got his brain dead muppet questions ready to go.
So, Scotty, your buzzer, please.
Scotty.
And Steve.
Steve.
Both correct. Well done. We're off to a good start. As per usual, I don't think anyone's gotten their buzzer wrong yet.
Oh, I have.
I am the other week.
No, I think someone did.
I don't know. Oh, I think I may have buzzed someone out on their buzzer one.
Didn't someone say the other
someone did
person's
just
name?
yell out. Yeah, someone did. And also someone's just yelled out the answers too.
Yeah, I just yelled out the answer last week.
That's right.
I mean, if you're quick enough, if you yell out the answer and then buzz in before the other person's buzzed in, I can still accept your answer after you buzz in.
Okay, I'll just try and buzz in with my buzzer this time.
All right, guys.
Alrighty. Question number 1. The slogan for which auto brand is the best or nothing? Is it A, Volkswagen, B, Audi, or C, Mercedes? Scott?
Mercedes.
That is correct. Which
Good
car?
guess.
Of course, Mercedes would think they're the best.
Question number 2. Which car brand produces the V12 powered Aventador and the Scott?
It is Volkswagen Audi Group.
Steve.
Steve.
Lamborghini.
That's the answer I was looking for.
One apiece.
Oh,
You were hoping I was going for some sort of technicality.
I did. I nearly shouted out Lamborghini and I went, nah.
One apiece.
Question number 3. Which vehicle model has the Evoque? Is it A, the Maserati Ghibli? Scott?
The Evoque. It is it's a Range Rover.
That's correct. Question number 4. Popular car YouTuber Cletus McFarland recently hosted an endurance event called what?
Scott.
Steve.
It was the Freedom 500.
That is correct.
Scott just got in early before you there, Steve, and you nearly shouted the answer out too, didn't you?
You nearly did my trick.
I heard free. 3-1, guys. 3-1.
Question number 5. How many rings are in the Audi logo?
Scott.
Steve.
Scott?
4.
That's correct.
Quick on the buzzer. That was very close.
Question number 6. What does the commonly used automotive abbreviation ABS stand for?
Scott. Anti-lock braking system.
That's correct.
He's got a lead. 5.
Question number 7. Recently we put up a YouTube video where we set up our new blank in the shed. Scott?
Quick Jack.
That's correct.
Would have you accepted hoist?
I guess so.
No, that's not a hoist. And it's not a shed, it's a carport.
Yeah, that's right.
Subject to council approval.
Question number 8. During the Quick Jack video, we showed one of us standing on the Quick Jack as it went up. Who was standing on it? Scott?
It was Dave.
That's incorrect. Steve?
Dave.
No.
I didn't even watch it. Sorry, guys.
No, you've both. But you should. If you heard his Scotty's answer, you would have got it. Because he said Dave and got it wrong.
Oh, I didn't hear his answer.
What question was that, Tyler?
That was
Points went begging on that one.
question number 8.
He's still going. Still going.
Yep, we certainly are. Question number 9. We recently borrowed a truck to go to Rocky Nuts. What is the brand of the truck? Scott?
It was an Iveco.
That is correct. Question number 10. We loaded a car up into the truck. Which car was it?
Scott. It was Sally's HJ.
That's correct.
You added that Sally bit.
Oh, well done, guys. Well done. Very quick on the buzzer, Scott. Very quick on the buzzer. Wasn't he, Steve?
Oh, he was too quick.
Oh, mate. No, well done, guys. Well done. You're back for another week, Scotty. So the new carryover champion holding down the fort, mate, making you did miss a week last week, of course, but we didn't have a quiz. So back to
I'm
the
glad
usual.
you missed last week.
Yeah, Steve, you didn't realise you were in it.
Yeah, I didn't realise until I went on to Discord to just have a usual look that I do, and I see that Tyler put up that you were not having the quiz, and I went, okay, I didn't even know I was in the quiz.
I was real lucky, real lucky. But no, we did. How was the? Did you guys watch the live feed last week? Did it work all right from Rocking? I think the first bit didn't, and then it cut out, and then it come good in the second.
Yeah. Just when you decided you were going to cut it off, it was actually coming really good. It was barely cutting out at all.
Oh, true.
But it was good enough. Yeah.
It was really bad service there, but I think the GoPro works. We just needed better service.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the GoPro was fine. I don't know whether you could cut the resolution down and tried to so it would stream better, but it was fine. The setting was good. Everything was good except for that little dropout. And it wasn't a full dropout. It was just cut out patchy.
Yep. No, it was bloody perfect backdrop for it.
Yeah, it looked like a great place.
Really good. We were stoked. And sort of, we ended up there out of necessity. I think originally I looked at ones that were closer in town, and then they were already booked out. And got onto those guys, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll fit you in, no worries." And
they pretty really much said they'll make space.
Yeah, and then when
it sounded like a pretty cool caravan park by the sound of it.
Oh,
letting us do boots. That's bloody good.
Letting us use their car. They gave us their car.
Did they?
Yeah, because we had the HJ parked up and it was raining, and talk defects, and they were like, "Oh, just here's our Land Cruiser, take that to town. We're not going anywhere."
That's all right.
Amazing.
I'll definitely have to go back there next time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We've already booked.
We're already booked. We've already locked it in. So anyone that's going to come up to Rocky Nuts Easter weekend next year will be Rocky Nuts. They have secured it is Rocky Nuts. Makes it hard because there's Roma and the Easter in the country at Roma as well, which they do have burnouts and drags and car show, which also would be great to see. But we sort of just have to go back to Rocky Nuts now because we've got our spot.
The only one complaint that I got about your live feed that you've done was just that bogan-looking long-haired lout that you had on.
We don't know where he came from. He was just some random ringing.
He just crashed the joint.
Yeah.
I thought he'd just stagger in there, had one too many.
Yeah, just some random ringing. We don't know. Yeah, who was that guy? Oh, I don't know. But no, thanks guys. Thanks for jumping on the quiz this week. We'll throw you guys back to chat, and we'll quickly go through the events of what's on this weekend before we wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
No worries. Thanks, boys.
Yes, sir, guys.
Cheers, guys. See you next week.
See ya.
Back on the quiz, Scotty.
See you.
Bye, Steve. Bye, mate.
So we got our what's on, mate, as well. I'll throw Throw the slide up as well. What's on? What's on this weekend?
Good stuff. He's got the slide. He's onto it.
I'm onto it.
Friday's number 2. He's on tomorrow. So I might see some of yous out there, as he's mentioned in chat. Come and say g'day.
Race the Skyline.
Do it. Why not?
Yep.
8:30 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. That one is on. Plenty of stuff going on out there, so check it out. Caffeine and Classics is on also tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. till 9:30 p.m. at Blackout Coffee and Catering. We got a bling. Brock Campbell is now following.
Good on you, Brock.
Thanks, Brock.
Thanks, mate.
Blackout Coffee and Catering, 4:30 p.m. till 9:30 p.m. on Friday. Caffeine and Classics. Friday night, keep the speed off the street at Palmyra Drag Racing Club up in Mackay.
Yeah.
6 p.m. till 9 p.m.
Shout out to the guys come and seen us.
Too
Envious from up in Mackay as well. Good to meet you guys.
Japnats is on this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 10th and 11th, 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. both days. Massive event. If you're a diehard JDM fan, that's where you need to be. Time attack, show and shine, cruising, and a one-day Drift Matsuri style drift day. You'll have a hard time getting it all in one weekend.
We got Talking Cars as well, which is on at Mollendina. 12 Cam Holt's Court at Mollendina from 9 till 12.
It's a local car event hosted by Mufflers to the Max, Street Rod, and Custom Speed Shop.
There you go. Hope Island Retro Cruise Night is also on Saturday. So 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Hope Island Tavern. So you know where that is. Just up near the 7-Eleven, mate. Not far. Joe's Diner.
Joe's Diner, can't Kingsford Smith Drive. If you're not there, you got to be there. It's awesome. 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. Pick yourself up a nice feed. Check out the probably 1,000 cars that'll turn up there.
And be your last opportunity, pretty much, to grab yourself a ticket in the
Maloo raffle.
The FMR, Team FMR Maloo raffle. So teamfmr.com.au if you want to grab a ticket in that.
1 second. Let's I think
closes on the 11th.
One moment. If you haven't seen it, let's do this.
You know what? If you win this, you take the keys. Hey everybody, it's Salty here from Finance My Ride and the Team FMR Foundation. We started an amazing opportunity with the Maloo raffle. It's a 1 in 1,000 chance. We need your support. One person is going to win this. Come 17th of April, one person is going to win this Maloo. It's there to help our charity, the Team FMR Foundation, so we can help everyday Australians, so we can simply do what we do best. We need your support. That's it, teamfmr.com.au. No matter what, we're raffling this off on the 17th of April. Entry shut on the 11th of April. So get on it, guys. teamfmr.com.au. Love yous all.
we go.
There we go.
There is.
Adam Geary
On the
says, yeah, it's going to look great in my shed.
Oh, hopefully an Overtaker gets it.
Dad's Garage says, Adam, why would I put my Maloo in your shed? Nan says, sorry, Adam, will look better in mine.
Hopefully one of you guys get it. That'll be so
Trev
awesome.
says, I
Be there
can't
to
believe
hand the
these.
keys over to one of you guys.
Trev said, I can't believe these tickets weren't sold out day one.
We thought they were going to. There's only just over 600 tickets sold.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, for you guys that have got tickets, you've got one in 600 if you've got a chance in winning. If you've got, more tickets, then you've got even better odds.
Mm-hmm.
So, and someone says, Tyler, get your Maloo ticket. Tyler?
Page.
Have you got it?
I haven't.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were getting your Maloo ticket.
Yeah, and then I had to do
Oh, you had
the
to fix a wheel bearing. Ah, bugger. Yeah, it's a very, very good opportunity. These things are going up in value, as we talked about earlier. So, the raffle's not even going to make what the car's worth.
Mm-hmm.
So get on it.
Shane Kane says, sorry, gents, it's coming to Victoria.
I hope one of you guys get it.
Dad's 17.
Yeah, mate. I think it'll be very cool to see you guys in the winner.
Trev 17.
Trev 17. Good luck, everyone.
Let's continue on with what's on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
James Bayless just ordered 2 more. Good on you, James.
Oh, I hope you get it, mate. I hope you get it. I hope so. Yeah, one of you guys do. It'd be very cool.
I'll have to do a story on it if one of the channel people wins it.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Toys and Pride and Joys is on 5:30 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. on Saturday. Advanced Town Hotel Motel. It's a BCMC meet. Generally put on really good meets, those guys. It's a good one to check out. Queensland Cruising. Gold Coast Meet and Cruise from Furblisher's Kebabs in Southport, 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. Cruising from 8 p.m. The cruise location will be revealed on a blackboard on the night. Euro Day at Lakeside Park on Sunday, 7 a.m. till 4 p.m.
Matt should be up that one.
If you're in a Euro and you want to give a track day a go and check it out, because you'll be racing up against all other Euros.
All Japs Car and Coffee's on as well, mate.
68 Crockford Street in Banyo, 7 a.m. till 9 a.m.
It's worth checking out.
Cars and Coffee at Samford, 7:30 a.m. till 9 a.m. at Samford Village, 19 Main Street. Cars, Bikes and Coffee at Colleges by the River, 8:30 a.m. till 10:30 a.m.
Casino Drags. You got that one as well?
I do. Casino Drags at Casino Airport, presented by Northern Rivers Drag Racing Inc. 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. on Sunday.
That's interesting. $65 for racing. $15 for spectators. Kids under 12 free. Pretty cool. They've got a little kids area and stuff as well. Andrew Rules on it. 7 a.m. That scrutineering from 7 till 9 and drag racing from 10 till 3. Looks very cool.
Yeah, and of course a big shout out to Luke out at Archerfield Drift Park. Tuesday beginner session from 5 till 9 p.m. on Tuesday. Track layout has a start and finish line, so it's not just continuous drifting. It's perfect for all skill levels. It's $80 to drive and $10 to watch.
There you go. Pat, unfortunately, I don't think you can get a ticket in. You have to hit someone up here for a ticket because it is the lottery. I think is Australian residents only.
Yeah,
but find someone here to put in their name, and if you wanna, you could have your car here in Australia for when you come over. We've got a parking spot for you.
Mal says if I win the Maloo, I'll give $1,000 to Salty's charity of choice.
Oh, that's probably Team FMR. But mate, it's bloody awesome. Hope I just hope an Overtaker gets it. That'll be very cool to see. You haven't got a ticket, so I wouldn't say I'd hope to see you get it, but you probably should get on that.
You know that I couldn't afford the insurance on it, so
my mum's got a ticket that I bought her for Christmas, so I hope she gets it. I think she would love it. she would definitely love it. So might actually have to sell the VT. Eh? If you win it, Mum, you might let the VT go and park this in its spot instead. So, if you don't want a Maloo, sell the $100,000 car, and not a bad little setup. Change your life. $100,000
Certainly would.
Yep, definitely.
But pretty much brings us to the end of the show.
It does, guys. Jeez, we went overtime tonight.
We did. If you enjoy this show,
caught up for the short show last week.
If you enjoy this show and the other things we do on the channel, then consider becoming a member, hitting join down below. Jump on it. It's as little as $5.99.
Consider subscribing.
Even do that. Hit like, share out the videos for us.
Watch an ad occasionally. All those things help.
Yep, they certainly do. Pick up some merch or something.
Yep.
Now we got OTL hats, OTL shirts, no prep.
All different ones.
Microfiber towels, binder, Schumacher.
Yep.
You name it, it's probably there.
And we'd definitely love the stuff. So, haven't got any new brands or products at the moment, just because we haven't really got anything new that we're using that we can bring online. But sort of limit ourselves to make sure that we, use our own products. Sally's home from work.
Yep.
So, must be time to wrap up the show. I think she's saying, get off. No, she's not. She's just checking. Wondering why the Utes not in the truck. We didn't get that far, but Friday.
Trev says I'd have to move the Monaro and the SS to get the Maloo.
It'd be, terrible. But thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching tonight. And stay safe out there. Hopefully we see you at Fridays or one of the events across the weekend. And if not, check out the next Rocky Nats video in the series on Tuesday night. We'll see you in that right lane.
Stay in the next one.